That was a really great pre-show. You guys are tuning in. Welcome to LASC's Open Mic Night. My name is Sundar Krokus. I'm your host. And I'd like to just give a round of applause for our producer, Ryan Benton over here. Give him a Benson, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And of course, our comedy concierge, Samantha Linderman, at your service.
Yeah.
Please, everyone, if you buy something here, pay for it here, everything goes back here. And also, we have a limited amount of water tonight. It's not my fault. It's your rabbis, your governor, somebody, but not me. And it's a really good night tonight. There's a lot of new faces here, so if you haven't been here before, you get a card, and then after 5 times, you get a free, class. Not a free class, no. A free spot, free mic. Right, I gotta get myself straight. Here's my son. If not, he can play it on TV. Give him a round of applause because he comes on Color People Time. You must be my son. How are you? Good. I'm just waiting for that lineup. Oh, it's okay. It's ADD and it hits all of us, right?
Okay.
Now I don't know, but my husband told me, and he's somebody who reads the news more than I do. But he said that ADD is related to being late. Now, if you have ADHD, okay. Ian, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Oh my God, it's Ian, formerly of the Laugh Factory. Aren't we all? Aren't we all, Ian? Aren't we all? So if I still gotta show my face. So yeah, that's what we do here. It's an open mic night. We're just gonna say, please, let's not play this. Let's everybody be comfortable. This is a safe place. If you have a pronoun and someone calls you by your name, please don't correct them and tell them I am a she or I am a he. My name is Sunda. Okay, so you know I'm Sunda. You don't even know what I am, right? I'm kidding. Just kidding. I'm messing with you guys. Because I had to get away from a guy once. And this is like 20 some odd years ago when I told him I had a sex change.
Jesus.
And he said, I knew it. Oh. And he called me after I started doing comedy. I was using his real name. And my husband said to me, there's a Peter Tripp on the phone. I was like, oh my God, I have to tell him. It's not true. That happens. I'm waiting for you guys to sign in. We're getting in. Oh man, Jewish people time. I'd love to stare you down. The Persians should move to Deal, New Jersey, because the Syrians make them look punctual. I sound like a real racist, but I'm not. I try. So anyway, that's what we do here. If you are interested in getting a compilation of your tapes, of your sets, of whatever you do here, please speak to Samantha and get a copy of it, and it will be edited, etc. If not, as you know, we are live, and we are here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays here at LASC. And please like us, follow us, subscribe. I don't know what that means. I just knew I had to do a commercial. I had to keep doing this. And they were like, no, the other side. So I went like this, and they didn't mean that. I was supposed to go like this, anyway, it's okay. It's all right. And if you guys need anything, ask Samantha. She'll help you. If you need headshots, I can't do it. And this is not a guarantee of employment. I'm just saying that because I have to say that. All right. We are now sitting down. I want to see if he's here. I wanted to bring up... Where's Miguel? No here, huh? Okay. But he signed in. Miguel? Yeah, I always talk in a code here. You know that? But you know something? I'm going to start it off with a big bang here tonight. All right? I'm going to start it off with somebody that's really, really hot and cold and gold. No, hot and gold. Hot and gold! That's him! Hot and gold! Alejandro Bravo! Let's hear it! Acapulco Gold. You're always first? No, I'm first.
Thank you. The good thing is, whoever comes up next, you guys are just gonna fucking be way better than this level. Thank you, Sunda.
Thank you.
For the space. Appreciate it. Just came from fishing.
Oh, nice.
I hope
I didn't catch anything. So I utilized my time to shoot some content, and post some Instagram. No, I'm just fucking with you. I didn't even go to the boat or anything. I just felt like today was a really hard day to fucking get up. So I'm like, hey, let me at least go do some stand-up and dress okay. How y'all doing today?
All right.
It's Monday. Monday's my favorite day. Not to go to work. It's my favorite day to do what I love. So I'm an actor.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm unemployed.
Looking good.
So, when you're unemployed, you got to do the work. You got to do the work somehow. Stay consistent. So I've been diving deep. And I figured my first acting gig was when I was smuggled over here from Mexico City.
God.
My acting gig was to act as if I was a U.S. citizen for like 17 years of my life. I kind of cheated because I didn't really know what was going on, you know, like the consequences. And, but in school, where I grew up, you know, that was a big deal. You know, that you weren't cool if you didn't have papers, man. They would make fun of you. So I had to act. American citizen, yeah. American citizen. So I managed to pull that off somehow. And I felt bad sometimes. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's a jungle out there, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta, I had to pretend, I had to act, you know? And I would see colleague, like, we're called paisanos, right?
Yeah.
Paisano. And I just fucking, you know, villain them and just betrayed them. And acting like I had papers. Yeah. So I created some PTSD. Because, you know, you're always fucking thinking you're gonna get caught. You know? That, and when I was smuggled over here, my mom was like 16 years old. She had me when she was 15. So she had to like grind it, right? And she sometimes would have to leave me with certain family members that were here. But she would always say, if I don't come back in 8 hours, fend for yourself. Just clean the house, you know, make yourself useful, get through it. And I was like, what? You're not coming back? It was tough. It wasn't that tough. It was actually way better than Mexico, let me tell you that. I would have been, yeah, I think I would have been farming in Mexico. Farming, or like, yeah, or like killing.
One or the other.
So if you guys need a cartel or like, I could play one. I can.
Because you're an actor.
I want employment right now, man. I'm stressing out. So that's what I'm thinking of all these things. Just going through it. Like I said, I didn't want to wake up. Well, I mean, I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to get out of bed. I woke up pretty much to take a nap for a couple hours. And then, yeah, and then came here. Sorry to depress you guys for a little bit. I'm just working on this right now. I'm also a very hairy individual. Something that I got, like, full disclosure, you know, hair might fall in your place if you invite me over. You know, I might wash the soap and there'll be hair on there. You know, so I kind of like prepare people for that. But my mom's not hairy, my dad's not hairy. So I kind of was confused for a while. I thought my mom had like an affair or something, you know? I was like, what? Like, my dad's not hairy. He had no hair. I mean, he had some hair, but not like the way I had hair. My mom didn't either. Once I got stoned and I pictured like a pube kind of like crowd surf a sperm or something. And then it went into the egg and it became this human hair individual.
Oh my God.
It takes time to maintain, you know, maintenance is a big thing. If you want it to look right, you know what I mean? If you want things to look right, you gotta maintain the last value. Kind of, with my hair, I kind of just like, I didn't care during COVID. It was like one of those things where I let my beard grow, I let everything grow, and then I look like fucking Cousin It. Big ass fur ball. I didn't have to walk into places where there's like no shoes, no shirts. People couldn't even tell. Just think I have a sweater. But yeah, it's an insecurity I kind of deal with. You know, some people are into it, Some people are not. I'm learning. What else? Yeah, I've been dating. I'm dating my own kind. Latin, mamacita. Passion, toxic. Sometimes I just can't live with her, and I can't live without her. But something about separating from like any other culture, like Latin women, or I think any women of indigenous, you gotta, like, they got some primal, like they'll cut you, you know what I mean? Like you'll come out there wounded out of that relationship, spiritually, emotionally, physically. And they won't even, like, you know, like, I had, you know, white ex-girlfriend. We had a dog. She wanted to share custody and all that. Latin women, no. It's just not happening. You're not friends. You're not, you know, I'm not saying they're your enemy, but it's even worse. They'll treat you like a fucking stranger, you know? It's like sad. It's kind of one of those things that, I guess, ghosted, right? She ghosted me. What's my time?
Like 2:30.
Okay. 2:30. Whoop whoop. All good. What else? I think I'm wrapping it up, actually. My name's Alejandro Bravo. You can find me on Instagram. I am Alejandro Bravo.
I am Alejandro Bravo. And you are. And you are. God bless you. You know what I love is that he said the same thing that Fabio said when I met him. Come on in, Anya. Can you help me? Can you lift the chair? Yeah, there's more. Believe it or not. I know. Anya, I changed it again. I know. This was Ryan's doing. I have to blame on other people.
That's a good joke.
Because it's like the room is ADHD. It's like every time you come in, it's a different light. Like, I feel like I don't know, it just feels a little bright to me, but maybe it's just me, because I can't see with sunlight, without sun. All right, that's okay. We're going to keep going. We have somebody has to go on early because they have to leave, but without hesitation, let's bring up the comedy of the one and only Scott Laurenton. Make sure you guys sign in afterwards if you didn't. Okay, come up, Scott.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'd like to thank the Academy for this award. No, whoever arranged me the second spot, I want to thank you. 'Cause I have some fluid in my knee.
Whoa.
And that's the beginning of my medical history. I will continue. No. Yeah, I played basketball today. And on concrete. At my age, I'm playing on concrete.
Nice.
Not smart. So, yeah, I've dabbled in comedy here and there. I like to say my upbringing was really my first comedy school. You know, sitting around the table in our home was quite a lesson in irony and frustration, patience, Jewish upbringing.
Oi!
I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. So it's all downhill from there. If you're neither of those two things, you better be a Hollywood producer living in the hills, or, you know, if push comes to shove, you can be Billy Joel. So the bar is pretty high in some of our families. But you know what? Fine. I didn't go to law school. I didn't go to medical school. You know, they say the school of hard knocks. Yeah, I definitely majored in oy vey. Is that a joke? Is that considered a joke?
Yeah.
Oy vey. That's a good punchline, actually.
Every day.
Oy vey. Well, this won't be the Jewish comedy set, by the way. I'm going to nip that in the bud, which is a circumcision reference. See? I'm already doing blue humor. So I was, you know, when I started my little comedy journey a bunch of years ago, I remember this schmucky kid gets up and he starts reading these stupid dad jokes, right? Like from some deck of cards of dad jokes. Isn't that like ridiculous? Yeah. All right. So here we are. I'll just do one. And I love dad jokes. Are any dads out there? Yeah. I'm sorry for that. It's a very difficult thing to be a father these days, right?
A little bit.
Yeah. I'm not a father. I always like to say that I wanted kids, but I don't think I really did. I think I'm just saying that because it's like virtual signaling. Like, oh yeah, I'd like to have kids someday. But today's not a good day to have kids. Any teachers out there? Any teachers? Yeah? So how is teaching for you?
It's fun.
It's fun?
Yeah.
You teach in LA County?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I taught in Broward County, Florida, which is Fort Lauderdale and Hollywood and those cities north of Miami. And that was tough. I think the toughest thing about teaching today is you can't yell at the children. And if you're a teacher and you just can't yell at the kids without getting written up or fear of getting a bad notice in your file, then how do you teach? That's how I learned in school. The teachers that yelled at me. That's the best way to learn. So that and they don't pay you in Florida. So I think the salaries are a little bit better here in California. So I'm going to do one dad joke. And I know there'll be points subtracted from my total score for this. I don't care. Let's see.
You're supposed to have fun here, man.
Why does the clock break when it gets hungry?
Why?
Because it goes back 4 seconds.
Oh, nice.
Grown.
Nice.
Grown. Yeah. These are British dad jokes, by the way. Because the British, they have their own sense of humor, right? So I'm not going to go on here. So let's see, what else can I lay on you from a personal narrative, right? Like, so what did I do or what have I done in my life? Well, I used to work in advertising at big, mean ad agencies where every morning you wake up and you wonder if your job is going to be outsourced or if your agency is going to merge. And I was hired out of the mailroom, which was, supposed to be a great thing, but writing ads was very, very difficult for me because I was operating with half my brain. And this is why I'm here, probably. I was one of those people who in life, sometimes you go to a doctor and the doctor makes a mistake, right? Now, what can happen when a doctor makes a mistake? Well, you can have the wrong, kidney removed. You can, in Florida, you can, you can wake up with, some kind of surgery that went really wrong. You can have the wrong diagnosis. That's me. That's what happened to me. Wrong diagnosis. So, for 30, almost 25 years of my life, I was operating under an incorrect diagnosis. And I like to call myself a mental gladiator because that's what I had to be. When you're diagnosed with the wrong condition, anyone have a similar experience?
Of course.
Yeah, you go to some crap doctor, which 70% of Florida doctors are, I would say, crap because they all kind of know each other and they all protect each other. The other 30%, great people. 25 years on the wrong diagnosis, and I should have taken disability. That's what everyone else does. No, I just kept going to college and barely being able to speak, having half my brain just deluged with the wrong medications. And fortunately, I knew the doctor was wrong. And this may not be, the best comedy set, but it certainly informs a lot of why I'm here. I like to say that there is one doctor still walking around, and every morning he's lucky that I wasn't one of my old friends from Staten Island who wasn't so kind to people who mistreated him in life. And I'm here, and now 15 years medication free. Thank you very much.
Right.
Oh, guess what? I didn't end up in jail. I didn't end up in a psych hospital, and I didn't end up committing suicide. So, Dr. Juan Espinosa, if you ever in Miami,
Get him!
have at it. Thank you very much.
Thank you! Wow, that was great. All right. That was Steve Lawrence. Steve Lawrence making his debut here, but the next one, as you know, will be the lovely and talented Roberto Klaus. Let's hear it. Thank you, Roberto.
I was also misdiagnosed, only it was less an issue of the therapist's competence and more that I was lying to him because I at the time I was on so many different drugs, I just wanted to try something new. Anyway, I'm good. How are you?
All right.
You know, isn't it sad that every animal mascot we grew up with is dead? Like, you remember the Budweiser dog? The Taco Bell Chihuahua? The Target dogs? You know, it's fucked up, but I looked up how each of them died. The Budweiser dog apparently died in a crash. The Taco Bell Chihuahua died clogged arteries. Terrible. Target dog dart through the eye.
Oh my God.
Possibly the stupidest joke I've ever written. But something did come out of that. I looked up the target dogs. Apparently, whenever one of those shits dies, they just find a similar white dog of the same breed and paint a red circle around the eye. This is true. And I think real life is often funnier than the jokes I write. And, speaking of Target, I'll talk about their competitor, Walmart. Some of you might have heard this story before, but I was at Walmart a couple weeks ago. I was doing a delivery, right? In my cart, I had 4 cases of Pacifico beer. I'm going to checkout, and this little old white lady is coming up beside me, and she has this, 1,000-yard stare on her face. She has a phone in one hand, and as she's passing me, she looks me in the eye and says under her breath, "Of course you're here, you token fucking Jew."
Oh.
Which is ironic because I'm Latin. But, you know, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe, perhaps she was Jewish herself, right? And whoever she'd been talking with on the phone had made her feel, terrible, and she was just vocalizing how she felt inside, right? So I believe I reacted in a calm and mature manner. I threw a sombrero at her face. All right, I'm not Mexican, so I had to, but I'm Peruvian, actually, but they didn't have, guinea pigs on hand or alpaca fur or whatever. So I apologize to the Mexican lady I stole that hat from afterwards. We're all good. We all danced Shangri-La. I don't know if you've heard about this, but over in Iowa, Republicans are trying something very progressive. They have a lot of factory and slaughterhouse jobs that they need to fill, and no one wants to take these jobs because they don't pay well enough and the conditions are terrible. So Republicans over there have done something amazing. They've raised the minimum wage. Just kidding. They're repealing child labor laws. Yep, let's put those kids back to fucking work.
Yes.
And while we're revisiting the 1800s, let's also put those shits back in the chimneys, right? I don't know what the use of a chimney is in this day and age, especially here in California, right? 2 cold days out of the year. We have central heating anyway. It's a power play, right? It's I won't get a house with a chimney unless there's a kid to clean it. Is what I'm saying. It's like buying a Hummer. I don't need all the extra horsepower. I'm not going up into the mountains, and there are certainly better 4-wheel drives out there. But, if I want to show off that I have a little penis and I'm rich, that's what I'm going to do. I'll buy a Hummer. I don't have a little penis, but... No, it's average. It kind of bends, but... I recently came across an article titled, "The Woman Who Wants to End Abortion in America." And understandably, she looked like someone I would never want to fuck.
Oh, God.
One of these days I'll actually read that article, I guess, for more material. But I really did just stop at the title and the picture. I'm like, nah. I'm not going to ask how much time I have. How much time do I have?
Like 5:30.
Cool. The story of Christianity is basically that God went out for a pack of cigarettes and didn't intervene when his son was being murdered. Why do I bring that up? Well, apparently over in Kenya, there was a pastor, right? And he told his flock of about 600 to go kill themselves. And, you know, half of them did. It's not a nice ending to this story. But, you know, it makes me wonder, because they say religion is all about community, right? But so are book clubs, right? And if I go to my weekly book club meeting, Sharon isn't saying, you didn't read chapter 9, go get the knife. If I join a group of nerds for a weekly session of Dungeons and Dragons, and I roll a 6 and that puts me out of the game, I'm not going to slip my wrist afterwards. And that, I believe, is the main issue. Oh man, I should have stopped. This joke is going nowhere. Like those people. Sorry. I'm single, surprisingly. You know, and it's tough being single. Like, ever since COVID, the dating game has just been weird. But, you know, I was out for a walk the other day, and I came across probably the most attractive homeless woman I've ever seen. And, you know, I feel like if I just left out a breadcrumb trail of water bottles and fentanyl going back to my place, you know, all I have to do is take her to see a competent surgeon, cover up those heroin stretch marks and whatnot, and, you know, give her a new set of dentures. She'll be someone I can introduce to my mom, is what I'm saying. Should I go for it?
Go for it. Go for it.
All right.
Bring Alejandro.
I'm the homeless guy. I probably never.
You are very, you know, if I ever, I have to say, you are just very attractive, my man.
Right. Of course, put him on right.
I don't sleep in and get out of bed and just look like that chick on my way to an open mic. That's not what I'm saying.
We see you.
All right, I want to talk about. I've talked about this before, I think, at this mic. You all have heard about the Titan submersible, right? Yep. For those of you who haven't, I'll recap it quickly. This rich CEO who has this sort of tourist expedition company was taking people down to see the Titanic wreckage in a sub, and the sub apparently was made out of untested materials. Was piloted by a fucking Xbox controller. Which, I don't know. If I'm looking for red flags, if I'm going to a place where the pressure is literally enough to turn me into paste, I don't think I'd get into a solid metal tube you can't open from the inside that's being piloted by a fucking video game controller. And not a new one either. This controller is the first one, the first Xbox. There have been 3 iterations of the Xbox since then. I don't know why they went with that. All right. Yeah. I don't know. Rich white people do stupid things. Whoop. Thank you.
Where do we find you, Mr. Clouds?
On the prowl for homeless women. Just kidding. I'm moving out to San Francisco next month. So.
Are you really?
Yeah, for school.
Oh, we're gonna miss you. Are you gonna miss us? Now that you tell me you're Peruvian? Oh, see, they greet me after the show. Andre, do you need a seat? We got more seats over here. If you sit sideways, they'll make Mark absent, sweetie. Get him a chair. All right, did I say that? All right, I just want to bring up somebody who's just going to, wake it up for you guys in case you missed the news today. I'm kidding. Let's give it up for Mark Saffron for a few minutes. You know, he had to drive me today, so he's upset.
A lot of shit happened with Israel today.
Yeah, and she was driving and I'm upset.
Okay.
A lot of things happened with Israel today.
I'm sorry. Roberto, it's really sad when you steal Lenny McKenzie's routines.
Mark.
Women. Anyhow, so just curious that nobody realizes that an Xbox controller is one of the most demonic things on earth. How many young minds has it ruined? My brother-in-law was completely controlled by his Xbox controller, and he passed it on genetically to my niece.
Oh, God, please.
All right, so I won't get into that so Sandra doesn't get upset, but I'm just curious, how come none of you come in here, you tell your jokes, but you never make fun of people who are really obscenely easy to make fun of? right? Why do I never hear any Meghan and Harry jokes here?
You're right.
Is it that their whole existence is a joke? I just can't figure it out. All these people wanting to be comics, the food is sitting there right in front of you, and you're not taking a bite. All right? They're breaking up.
Are they?
Yeah, of course they are. She wants
is
to
he
be a
not talking about
Hollywood
this?
star. He doesn't like not being the prince anymore. It's no, and they're moving to Malibu because she wants to be closer to the business. Now here's the interesting thing: nobody wants nobody wants a snitch. They're rats. If they were on Sons of Anarchy, they would have been buried with Lowell's father over on the Route 42, and they found the 3 bodies there. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's missing something. Why don't you make fun of those people? I mean, I come up here, people, soon as I talk about the news, yes, I'm obsessed with reading 3 papers and watching the news. But how else can you watch the tracking of the destruction, of the deterioration of our country? When we have a grifter in the White House again, and I thought we were done with that after Garfield and Chester Harris. Right, believe me, we had presidents with grifters before. I mean, this is the first guy with a few pennies in his pocket.
Didn't Garfield get shot?
Yes. It was the guy, the office secret, that didn't get his money.
Right.
Guy, this is like the girl who just, somebody out here, Nasri or something, $1.5 million Hunter Biden's made from selling his art. Let me tell you something, I own an art gallery. That's where I met my wife. The truth of the matter is, art's very hard to sell. Most great artists, really, really good ones, they sell 1 picture every 5 years. Hunter sold 20. And it's fascinating how everything in the Biden family is quid pro quo. The woman put down $500,000 for Hunter's painting, $500,000 for that shit. I mean, look, I feel good for him. He's found other uses for his crack pipes. Right? Instead of him going, he's now blowing paint. But didn't his father realize that the reason he's blowing the paint out is because he's basically hoofing? It's a new way. Instead of taking the paint and putting it into the bag, he's figured out a way to blow it out and make money on it. I mean, only Hunter can do this. The Bidens are pros at low-class white trash grifting. These are the type of people that would sell you a brand new television with rocks in the box. And then gaslight you to telling you, no, that's the new type of high definition television. And turn around to Hunter and say, what do you mean? He goes, you take the rocks and you hit the guy over the head that's carrying it. And you take it away. It's like the White House is Compton. Everybody running a scam. I mean, everybody in the White House runs a scam. Blinken, scam. Jake Sullivan, shit. I don't even know. Does anybody hear his name anymore? No, he's just sitting in the background there with the little strings that they have on the puppet. And now Joe, with the cocaine, I used to say it was Hunter's. Now I'm firmly convinced that was Joe's pick-me-up.
That's what I'm doing.
And this is how it happened. He was tripping up the stairs going in Air Force One. Hunter turned around and said, Dad, we'll pick them up here. Take a little hit. They won't think you're so old, And you talk about Florida. I used to think of Florida as a place where old Jews went to die.
Yeah.
Like my grandparents.
Real?
But they came back. They didn't like it. The minute she came back, she fell out of a bed and ended up in a nursing home for the rest of her life. And then Tampa, that whole area on the
Tamper.
had to be Henry. Yeah. In 2 years, you're going to be saying Tampa.
I'm a Bucks fan. I say
You're
Tampa.
going to marry a woman that says Tampa. And she's going to beat you.
Yo, he's half right. He's half right.
Now that you made me lose my
I will
friend
marry
of
a
thought, we'll get back to Tampa. Tampa is where old Italians go to die. And most of them are in the witness protection program who got bored too. Now there's the rest of Florida. Who lives in the west of Florida? People like Joe and Hunter. White trash. Now tell me, why is Florida suddenly the center of the universe? So I'm watching the news today, and Kamala Harris got up on a big white horse or whatever she rides with this outrage of how they're teaching kids in Florida that slavery was good for people. And then they bring on the guy who wrote the book. Black as Otis Mason. His name is Dr. Allen. Speaks beautifully. He said, but that's not what I wrote. What I wrote was about the self-resilience of the African people who were able to come here and under adversity pick up skills and turn them against their masters. Now the truth is that the blacksmith in a plantation used to be able to they would let him pick up extra cash. And most of the times use his skills for people who couldn't afford it. And that what would happen is that would go to a little kitty, and people were able to buy their freedom with that. Not saying it's good, but I was at least taught slavery at the University of Rochester by Eugene Genovese. If you ever want to read the original Marxist viewpoint of slavery or anything else, read Professor Genovese's books. From being a Marxist with two Mercedes, he became a strict Catholic later on in life. So it must have been the cancer or something getting to him. He was worried that he wasn't going to get his due in heaven. Now, sorry that I got up here and rambled, but it's easier than writing down your jokes. Because you forget them more when you write them down. You're better off coming up and extemporaneously doing your bit like my wife.
Oh, shut up. I do write. Leave me alone. So
that being said, since you can't find me anywhere, I prefer being in the legal witness protection program called LinkedIn, which is now I have one more thing. Every couple of days, I get an invitation to join LinkedIn, and it looks like the same Asian girl with one of those twisted selfies. And you read some of the stuff that they wrote. Oh, my phone's over there. Entrepreneur. And you know that this is a scam. Because it's always, when they say I have one person that's a contact, it's always the loneliest, nerdiest guy that actually said yes. Ladies and germs, as Hawkeye used to say in MASH, I leave you with that.
There you go. Oh my God. I said to Mark, I said, you know what? If somebody gave me $1 million, I wouldn't do coke. He says, well, if they gave you $2 million. I said, no, that would kill me.
Wow.
Now it just became a crazy hour. But you know something I just want to bring up for fun? Because I like fun. Are you guys having fun yet? That's what I want to know. All right, because we have somebody that I haven't seen before, so this is how it is with the comedy of Mike Torres. Mikey! Give it up for Mikey.
Oh man, yeah, lovely to be here. First time here.
Thank you. Hey, welcome.
Yeah, thank you guys. So yeah, man. Said you were an actor. Yeah. That's fucking sick, dude. Like, I feel like I act like every goddamn day at work. I work up on 7th Street. I'm not gonna say the name of the place. That's kind of weird, but yeah, dude. I have to act like I enjoy really healthy food to people. It's I have to. I work at the sandwich shop. Fuck it, we call it Mendocino Farms. That's what it's called. Yeah. And I have to fucking lie to these motherfuckers that I enjoy salads all the time. That's fucking great. Always have to fucking ask me that. What's your favorite salad? And I was like, really, motherfucker? You're asking me that? Goddamn. Fuck, man. My name is Mike Torres. I am a Mexican, and I live in a suburb outside of East LA, and I speak zero fucking Spanish. Yeah. I feel like if gentrifying was a sports movie, I'd be that kid that gets told you're up next, kid. That's you, that's how my fucking life's going right now. Yeah, dude, it's fucking weird. It's weird. That shit kind of pisses me off, though. You know what I mean? Because I have white friends who could speak Spanish fucking perfectly, and that shit fucks me up, And don't get me wrong, I couldn't be able to talk, with you, in Spanish. I couldn't, But I fool white people all the time, It's fucking great. It's one of my favorite pastimes, I did that shit at work today too. I just whipped out my phone and I was like, hey, yo tengo frijoles en el culo, wey. Yeah, and I just said I have beans in my ass. I felt like I really hitting the mark. It's great. Guys, I recently I found out that I'm gonna be a dad soon. It's gonna be great. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I just need to find a woman that's willing to fuck me, first. Yeah, we gotta go with that. No, I'm in a relationship. I'm in a relationship. It's going good. She's white. If that's anything, that's like the appropriate reaction, right? Like 10 years ago, that would have been like something, like dating outside your own race, Now it's kind of just like, what else you got, dickhead? Kind of like mix it up a bit. Fuck, man. I got nothing good going on for me. But yeah, like, so she's white, and like, I know that's a real big thing, like dating outside your own race, Like, my parents were really shocked, when they saw her for the first time. Not the fact that, like, she was white, I think more in the fact that, like, she was a woman first, you know what I mean? Like, dude, like, I'm like 95% sure my parents just thought I was gay. Like, it's fucking crazy. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Like, my parents are super supportive of me, like, weirdly supportive, though. Like, I could, like, get, like, a Polaroid sent to my mom of me getting blown by some dude, That shit's going right on the fucking refrigerator, Like, that's supportive. Weirdly supportive. Weirdly supportive. I love gays, though. I love gays. I don't know why I said that, but I just wanted to make sure. Woo! Yeah.
Oh, what up, Pete?
Yeah, then like, get some clamps, I guess. Yeah, sure. Weird, man. Weird. So dating my girl is like, God, it's a fucking hassle, guy. It is a hassle, just because, like, relationships are fucking tough, because you gotta, like, deal with, like, not only yourself as, like, a fucked up person, but now you throw somebody else into the mix, It's like you're throwing, like, a wrench in the fucking plan, right? Like my girl, like, one of the best things about her is that she's, like, super inclusive, Like, one of the reasons I fell in love with her. But, like, one of the worst things about her is that she's super inclusive, It's fucking disgusting. It's gross. Like the other day, like, she's always constantly trying to, like, invite me to, like, go to the fucking climbing gym, And, like, how do I tell her fuck no? Like, it's not like, this isn't fucking, like, you're gonna pull this up? God damn, I could barely support fucking my dreams of comedy, fucking. I'm gonna rock climb, fuck that, man. I feel like, that's like the first time, like, I realized that, like, white people, like, climb rocks for fun, it's fucking weird. Because I feel like Mexicans, like, we kind of, like, climb shit, just like the border wall, but that's the only difference, right? It's the only difference. Like, she's also, like, putting me onto, like, new foods, too. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard of this shit. It's called arugula. Yeah. I didn't know about that shit, man. Like, I felt like she was just, like, I thought she was trying to speak Spanish to me for the first time when she said that shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Arugula. That's a salad, if you guys don't know what that is. It's I feel like most of this room knows what it is. I'm the only one that didn't fucking know what that bullshit was, Shout out. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, fucking, I don't know, dude. I mean, I joke about being a big guy, I mean, it's no surprise. And, I don't know, like, I feel like I have, like, a good reason to not, like, this is how I found out, or this is, like, kind of how I made peace with myself. I found out that, like, if you, like, really want to lose the weight, like, like, you gotta take it kind of seriously. Not me. I didn't do that bullshit. I didn't do that bullshit at all, man. Like, I remember a couple years back, my parents, they bought us a treadmill for the house. Spoiler alert, that shit's in storage right now. It's wild. I saw that shit this past weekend. It was like running into, like, like when you, like, run into old friends that you didn't plan on seeing. He's like, oh, hey, what's going on, dude? Fuck. Remember that time we were fucking, I don't know, doing something? But yeah, man, so I had this fucking, we had this treadmill, right? And, I decided, you know, on a Tuesday at 3 a.m. I was just gonna change my life forever. You know, and I start hopping on this treadmill. Nothing but my underwear and some flip flops. You know. Now, if that doesn't scream like I want to get my life together, you know, like I don't know, man. But I also decided that I wanted to really channel my inner Usain Bolt. And I decided to put the speed on the max settings, you know? Yeah. And now I'm not smart. I didn't do a running start, you know? I hopped on this bitch. And this shit sent me flying to the fucking back of the wall. But as I'm going down, it's also pantsing me at the same time. So now my dick is just flopping on this treadmill at 12 miles per hour. For like a month, my friends just called me Two-Face for like, that's what my dick was like. It was like half fucking... Alright guys, I gotta go to a climbing gym tomorrow, so I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you guys.
Where can we find you on social media?
Oh, Mike Torres Comedy. Thank you guys, y'all been lovely.
Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And those of you watching, if you think there's a dearth of females in comedy, think again. You never know what comes in a package. Give it up for the comedy of the one and only Lana. Let her hear it.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hello. Life gave me lemons, so I decided to wear them. Also, I think my phone has been listening way too much during these open mics because all this talk of cocaine. I started to get ads for cocaine spoons in my Instagram feed.
Oh shit.
I'm like, that's interesting. So they do sell them on Temu actually, if anybody's interested. Temu for the win, $1.27 cocaine spoons, everybody. So, no, I don't do cocaine, but I am Middle Eastern. We are known for oil and other things. One of them being dictatorships. We're the best at them. I heard Ukraine canceled their elections because they're trying to be more like us. Everybody wants to be like us when it comes to that. But you see, we would never have a comedian as a dictator because that's what the president of Ukraine was, right? Just so everyone knows that context, right? We would never in the Middle East. We would just look at you like, what are we, a joke? This dictating is serious business. Okay, we only get the best dictators. I know you took them from us, but we'll find new ones. Don't worry about us. Another thing we do very well in the Middle East, and we are known for as a Palestinian, hummus. It's ours. Just want to take a second to tell everybody that. You can take our country, but that's our food. Yes. And incidentally, I don't know if everybody knows that the national food of the United Kingdom is curry. Did you know that?
Yes, that's too.
But anyways, so another thing we do really well in the Middle East is arranged marriages, right? Not the cutesy Netflix kind, not that Love is Blind kind. No, like the real stuff, right? I once knew this Pakistani guy who told me that his parents told him he was going to Pakistan for his cousin's wedding. But then he got there and he realized, shit, this is my wedding. There was no invitation. There was nothing. Like, you guys have surprise birthdays here. We have surprise weddings. To our cousins, no less, right? They're really doing great. Just get upgraded from groomsman to groom real quick. But I did manage. I lived in the Middle East. I was born in America, so I have a very weird experience. And I went to the Middle East when I was a teenager, just starting to, come into, I guess, womanhood. And the thing is, when you enter the Middle East as a woman, it is by default they get you through immigration and you have to hand over your pussy, right? they take it. It becomes the property of the state. You're not allowed to use it for the entirety of your time there. Okay, you can make payments on it. They will let you have it when you leave. Okay, but the rest of it's between you and them when you're there. And thankfully, I did pay a lot and I got mine back and I'm here now. Okay, it's great. It's great to be in America, where pussy roams free. Thank you. Because we know dick is free everywhere.
Okay.
Dick can just go anywhere and be free, and safe, and loved. And then we can live. Just wanting it, like as women, we want it, but we're told in every single way we shouldn't want it. It's bad for us, right? And now that I'm back, I'm trying to date. We're all here dealing with the same situations. We all have to deal with dating apps. And I have tried them. I'm no longer on them now, but it's because when you're on them long enough, what happens is you finish the internet and you have to start over, right? So I've already matched with everybody and I'm starting over with the same guys again. And the best part is none of them remember me, right? So I don't know how many 6'1" Palestinian women there are in Los Angeles, but apparently there must be a lot. But on the dating apps, you're just swiping and you're using just all this thumb action that I never got before, except when I was playing video games, like Super Mario Brothers. And the thing is, Super Mario was actually a game that made me feel somewhat accomplished, right? Like, you would get some gold coins, you would, make it to the next level, and you never dealt with anything more. Like, red flags on Super Mario was just you getting to the next level, right? That was it. That was the only red flags we had in Super Mario. But on the dating apps, the red flags are guys that are thinking they want a long-term relationship, but are also open to a short one. Right? Just like, I'm open. We can see what happens, right? Just like guys who are 55 and are thinking about kids. By the way, probably shouldn't do that at 55. Probably. Medically, it's probably not a great idea. But the other, thing is when you kind of go to the Middle East after being in America as a child, I was growing up around kids here and they just lived normal lives. I had a very strict upbringing. And so when kids here said they were grounded, it just meant that their parents took away their Nintendo and sent them to their room for the weekend. But in the Middle East, when you're grounded, it means your parents beat you into the ground and send you to your room till you're married, right? And really, they won't let us come out till then, guys, okay? I went to the embassy, so I had a good time. But, true story. But, sorry about that. But the thing about Palestinians is, a lot of people, we're just not recognized everywhere. Like, we don't have a passport, we don't have, much going for us. And we really don't, just the hummus guys. But I think of Palestinians sort of like Bigfoot, where even when you get a picture of us, some people will still say we don't exist, right? And I know it hurts me to say it, but hopefully one day we will get recognized. I think it will actually be when they add rock throwing as an Olympic sport. I'm waiting. Until then, it'll just be me here trying to. I don't do it anymore, but I tried my hand at acting. I did have an agent. I stopped because I was getting sent out for just like really weird roles. It was like terrorist number 1, wife of suicide bomber number 2, daughter of Taliban leader number 3, which honestly, you're not even gonna see me. I don't understand why it has to be ethnically correct. Like, way to give us the jobs, guys. Like, I was like, I'm not Afghan, but still, it's like we want it to be, respectful to your culture. It's like, I'll put a sheet on if you'll pay me SAG rates. But anyways, we're on strike. I support the strike. But yes, those are the only roles I was getting. So if anybody wants to hire me for other roles, like, wife of ISIS bomber. You know, I'm available. Thank you. And I can be found on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at the Lana Salah with an H. Salah. Thank you.
Thank you. Time check. Anybody?
7:52.
Whoa, that means we got a few minutes. Are we feeling good?
Yes.
And you like them to be well hung. Well, let me tell you something. You got comedy with somebody new that I'm meeting for the first time. Let's give it up for Ian Young. Let me hear you.
I'm also a first timer here.
Yeah.
I always get nervous going to new open mics. I looked up the Google reviews. There's some solid stuff on there.
Where?
I don't know. I looked up LA School.
Google.
We got
Google reviews.
Google reviews.
You get a free one.
Yeah,
Someone
so
said it's a good crowd.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good crowd.
Where?
Everyone's very friendly here. I like it when everyone's friendly.
Oh,
We like you.
you like Ian Young already?
Get out of here. Yeah. I recently got told by someone that I look like a gay Adam Levine. And I was just like, good one, Dad. No. I started thinking about Adam Levine, though. Any Maroon 5 fans here? Not really.
Songs about Jane.
No. What was that?
Songs about Jane.
Songs about Jane. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about him. He was like a pretty big star. I feel like he could have like gone out and on his own and done like the Justin Timberlake thing. But he stayed with Maroon 5 the whole time. So I think you can say what you want, but I think he's a loyal guy. Yeah, what else? I'm from Canada, Canadian. Any Canadians here? Cool. And I played hockey my whole life. I actually played pro hockey for a couple years until I got a really bad concussion that fucked me up. I just didn't see the wet floor sign. No, it was a hockey puck, hit me right between the eyes actually. Shattered my skull. Shattered my nose. I got my 3rd nose surgery out of it though, so right on pace with Kim K. Yeah, it sucked. I was pretty messed up for a while, and I spent like all my life savings going doctor to doctor. And finally, some guy was like, "You should just save your money and accept that this is your life now." And it sucked because I was like, "Why didn't I go to that guy first?" You know? But yeah, I worry about different things. Like CTE scares me a lot. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's like, it's a degenerative brain injury from repeated, the CTE's coming out. From repeated blows to the head. So it's common in like hockey players, football players, Chris Brown's wives. You get it. Yeah, but
Oh my god.
There's some benefits to it. It keeps you light. I spend the first few hours of every day trying not to throw up. So it's nice around beach season. It's also hard to gain weight when you can't remember where you left the Oreos. But I do different things to deal with it. I get Botox. I guess women who got a lot of migraines and were getting Botox got less migraines, so they figured out it can help with chronic headache pain. And they just started getting less headaches because they were less hideous. No, it's good. I'm glad because at least when I'm 40 and I have early onset Alzheimer's, I won't have eye wrinkles. So that's cool. Pretty sweet. I think between like my nose surgeries and my Botox, I'm the only guy who ever got better looking after a traumatic brain injury. But yeah, Alzheimer's scares me a lot too. My grandma's starting to get really bad. My parents want to put her in a home right now. They just can't find her. No, we tracked her down. She's good. She keeps doing weird. She got her driver's license taken away, but she keeps driving her car. And I called her and I was like, "Grandma, you need to stop driving. If you hurt someone, like they could sue you for everything, and that's my money." Grandma. Yeah. My grandpa was pretty bad too for a while. I wish he could be here tonight to hear me tell these dumb jokes, but he forgot. He would have loved that joke if he knew who I was. Cool. What else? I smoke a lot of weed to deal with headaches. Hell yeah, weed. Damn, I smoked too much today. I forgot where I was going with that. No. People tell me that I look high all the time, and I am. But I don't know. I'm trying to smoke less weed. The girl I was seeing, I like lost my girlfriend basically because I smoked too much weed. In my defense, she should have been wearing a seatbelt. No one saw that coming. Neither did she. No. But there's a couple single guys here. I'm single, as many of you have probably guessed by now. But I've been trying to get better at talking to girls. I'm really like shy and not that outgoing, so I'm trying to put myself out there more. And yeah, I figured I'd ask for a little bit of advice and just try to do some crowd work here. If you guys want to get involved. But yeah, let's start. Any couples? How you doing? How you guys doing? How long are you guys a couple?
Yeah.
Are you excited about that? No? Do you want me to go somewhere else? Cool. How long have you guys been together for?
22 years.
22 years. Damn. Now and you're keeping it fresh, coming to LA School of Comedy open mic night. Yeah. Are either of you guys coming up here?
I'm coming up.
Coming up? Nice. Okay. I'll stop joking around. Wait, do you see that? What was that? Yeah, no, I don't want to say anything. I'll stay away. How you doing, man? What's your name?
Roberto.
Roberto. Are you in a relationship?
No, I'm not.
You're not. Are you upset about that or looking for anyone?
Let's change that.
No. Yes. Possibly a little bit upset about it.
A little bit upset, yeah. I'm the same way. I'm not dying for one, but if someone came around and wanted to hold me for a bit, I wouldn't be mad. It gets lonely sometimes. Do you have any like pickup lines or anything that you choose to try or any methods?
I just try not to drop my pants in front of them when I talk to them.
I hear you. Yeah, that never works well, unfortunately. So nothing I didn't know, I guess. I was listening to this podcast with Lil Dicky on it, and he said he has this pickup line, "Are you available to be hit on right now?" And I thought that was like pretty
good.
So
Yeah.
What's your availability on being hit on right now?
is that what it is? Yeah. I went out. I was like, that sounds good. So I went and tried that on a girl, and she had also heard the podcast. So yeah, that was tough, but it's cool. Let's try a girl. How you doing? I forget everyone's name. What's it? Lana. How you doing? Are you single?
2 minutes. Sorry.
Yes. I guess your set kind of explained that already. And you do the dating apps. Not anymore. Did you have a favorite, like Tinder, Bumble, Craigslist?
I think I would say Hinge or Tinder.
Hinge or Tinder?
Yeah. Depending on
And you just never met anyone or bad date experiences? Both. Okay, cool. So not happy with it. Do you have like a preferred way if a guy was gonna hit on you at a bar? Would there be like you want him to say hi and make a joke? Any like opening lines that work kind of well? Just anything you can give me.
Honestly, I just think just walk up and be a gentleman and be confident and ask her if you can buy her a drink or whatever.
I hear you.
That's cool.
Buy her a drink.
I'm older than you, so I don't know if that's the right answer.
I feel like I'm decent at like the opening. It's just then after I buy the drink, I don't know where to go from there. You know, it's like, what do we do now? But yeah, what am I at for time?
You got like 1:15.
1:15. Okay. Let's try one more girl. What's your name?
Sam.
Sam.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ian.
Nice to meet you.
So if I came up and said, hi, can I buy you a drink? That would work well?
I'd be like, yeah. I have a drink.
Just keep buying drinks. Just sling them in there until,
I want for my friend.
If I just keep buying every woman drinks, eventually it'll work out, right?
Yeah, just keep.
Repetition. Repetition.
It's a sad world.
It is a sad world. So I don't know if you were talking about it.
No, you're killing it.
So,
Just keep spending money.
Just spend money.
keep spending money. I feel like we roll in different circles. I don't know. I asked the girl once and she said to offer her a ride on her PJ.
Put on her PJ? On her PJ?
To offer her a ride on my PJ.
Oh, your PJ.
Yeah.
You have a PJ?
I don't have a PJ.
What's a PJ Cruiser?
Private jet.
It's a private jet, yeah. I feel like if you say PJ, you live in a different world. I didn't know that at first, but you know,
It's hard to say
whatever.
private
It's a
jet, I know.
surprise.
No one who says PJ is in a private jet circle.
Alright, well, I'll get out of here. Thanks for talking with me. Instagram, Ian Young Guy. You got like 100 followers.
There you go. We'll make it more. Come on in, have a seat, Mr. Moody, because we got to get ready for. You go there. Everybody settle down. You got to settle down. We're bringing up some big comedy, so get hyped up for the comedy of the one and only Henry Laz.
Oh my God.
Dangerous activities here. Sam, stay for 1 minute. No! 30 seconds. You don't understand why she was so excited that you'd be buying her drinks. Okay? She's excited because that means the bartender won't ID her. You're gonna get caught, motherfucker. You gotta be careful. Go pee. Go pee.
I have no goddamn.
I have control over your bladder. Now go pee.
I have no goddamn issue.
Go
Get
pee.
it.
I have control over your bladder. I made you stay just now.
Is somebody timing?
Waste his time, yeah.
Time. Give me a second. Yeah, there we go. That's why I don't have to
20. I'm not
ask.
15. We're not even related.
You can't drink at 20. Whatever. We're good. What? How old were you when you got hit with the puck?
I was 26.
Yeah. What was it? Like one of the? What league was it in?
I was like the second minor league down from like the NHL, the AA level.
Is that the AHL or lower?
It's like the league below the AHL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucked. I don't know.
Thanks, man.
Not much. What part of Canada are you from?
Calgary, Western Canada.
Okay, you're a Flames fan?
I am a huge Flames fan.
Yeah. So the Flames right now are in a pretty interesting state. So they gave away one of their best players who has had like a career year, but they're somehow still a pretty good team. And how funny is that, guys? How funny is that?
Hockey's over. That's so fun. It's the off season.
It is the off season, but like, you know, it's interesting. What, you're not excited for Connor Bedard, Josh? Fuck you. He is. We're all excited to see him play. If you don't know me, my name is Henry Laz. I'm a Jewish comedian from New York.
Nice.
Because we needed more. Yeah. It's nice, yeah. We got some Jews here, right? Yeah! We like seeing each other because, like, the thing that happened, you know? It's true. I mean, going back to sports, it's like, you know, whenever I see a Jew in sports, I get really excited, you know, because they beat the odds. Like, there's a player on the Leafs, Zach Hyman. I fucking love Zach Hyman. You know, you see a player like Zach Hyman on the ice, I'm like, dude, how? You know? Most every Jewish kid has to go through childhood and realize that they're not gonna be in the NHL like I had to, you know? No Jewish parent sits their kid down and explains to them, oh, son, I'm sorry, but you kind of have the build of an attorney. Like, you'd be great in an office job, son. Or doing this shit, yeah. I had good parents. I like my parents. I don't know. I was talking to this girl recently who was saying how she wouldn't want her kids to drink or smoke until they were 18. Like she was going to be strict about that. And I think that's the wrong way to go about it. Because, for example, for me, my parents were not strict, and because of that, I didn't feel the need to rebel. No, like my mom, I smoke weed, but my mom also smokes weed. So because of that, I never thought it was like super cool, you know, just like something my mom did. A good example for you guys would be the fact that Sunda has 2 daughters. And neither of them do stand-up comedy. You know? Like, come on. He's a great role model. None of them are going to touch this mic. Unless they're singing. Shout out. Aviva Zafrin.
And Tova Zafrin.
And Tova Zafrin. You couldn't come up with more Jewish names than that. You could have named them fucking Rabinowitz Kronquist. And it would have been more I'm baffled Mark didn't talk. I was saying to Moody, like, is he going to mention the bullshit Benjamin Netanyahu's doing? And I don't want to get you started, so we're not going to talk about it. All I'm going to say is that, like, I feel like Lana would agree with this. Like, not all Jews are slimy, but Benjamin Netanyahu's a slimy Jew. You know? Like, he's greasy. Yeah. He's a scumbag. They limited the rights of the Supreme Court, so basically they can just pass laws. Whatever. It's late.
They have rights, they have powers.
Right. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry I didn't get your fucking vernacular right when you're spreading. By the way, Meghan Markle and Harry are divorcing. No, they're not. They're not. They're thinking about moving to Malibu, and you, like, read half the article and then came up with your own solutions. I'm sorry, bro. I started a new job recently.
Tell me about your job.
Yeah, so I started working at a trading card store.
Nice.
And, yeah, thank you. So if you can't tell from the way I look, you know, myself and the fact that I work at a trading card store, the answer is yes, I am really good at sex. I am really, really good at sex. I have a lot of sex. I have a great lot of sex. I'm really good at sex. But no, the reason I'm so good at sex is that women will see my stand-up and they'll be like, wow, not only is he super funny, but he gets us. So what I'll do is I'll slip into my Drake voice and I'll kind of be like, you know, girls will always like say like, they'll be like, come up to me and they'll be like, damn girl, you think it's hard that I go up on stage and do stand-up comedy? You say you could never do that? Damn girl, you know what I could never do? Give birth. That's some shit you do, and I appreciate that about you. You go by she, her pronouns? I like to ask. But I knew as well, because you're a beautiful woman. Girl. Hey, man. There's no need to be mad about the traffic right now. We're all living in Los Angeles. It's a beautiful city, baby. I appreciate you, Sam. I appreciate you, Sam. Me and Sam were talking about some shit recently. We were talking about how when they teach you about sex in school, they say how when you're supposed to get consent, it's supposed to be an enthusiastic yes. Which immediately, me and Sam were like sitting in a car and I say to her, like, I don't know if I've ever had sex in my life, consensual sex in my life. Like, you know, I've maybe had consensual sex once. What the fuck? I botched it a little bit, but it's fine.
Yes.
It's better when I said it.
I said it. What do you
We
mean?
both said it.
We both. I feel like I said it.
I feel like
I feel like I said it. I feel like I
I
said
don't
it.
enthusiast. I didn't hear you with shush.
I remember saying, like, I don't think I've ever, if that's consent, I don't think I've ever had consent.
Why are we
sex. I
talking
feel like
right
that was me. Because I don't have that much new shit that I have to talk about. Most of it you guys have heard. Even my Andrew Tate impression. Let's see.
Oh, do that.
No, I don't have my sunglasses on me. Actually, let me do it. Why not? I don't need
Yeah.
Okay. So, alright, we're good. So the way you do it, it's not tough. Basically, you start out slow and loud, and then you get fast but quiet, and then you get loud and fast, okay? If you are to bring me a water, it must be sparkling. Let me explain to you why I only drink sparkling water. Water is for pores, like you, okay? None of you guys are on the level of me. Raise your hand if you drive a Bugatti Exactly. None of you drive a Bugatti. You're not on my level. So when I say that I would like some water, I would like it with bubbles, because you cannot get bubbled water from your tap. That is the poor people water. I buy my water with the bubbles in it. And you will bring me 2 of them as a sign of respect. I need to work up. So the thing is, I've got the cadence solid. I need to work on the subject matter. Like, I worked on it a little bit where I was talking like, Peter Griffin is the greatest character in all of TV history. But like, you know, it's like something like that. I don't know.
What a take.
Yeah. No, it's not my take. It's him. It's the Romanian. You know, Romanians think crazy like that. You know, Romanians are like, oh, I love Stewie Griffin more than I love Tony Soprano. That's classic Romanian take. Thank you. It's a fun joke. Anyone drive in LA? Yeah. I don't know. I noticed recently that whenever I'm driving in Koreatown, people tend to drive very slow. You're thinking it. You're thinking it, not me. It's actually the opposite in Little Ethiopia. They drive very fast because they're late. It's a joke, okay? That's obviously not serious, okay? In Little Ethiopia, they run from point A to point B. It's all right. It's a little bit more of a fun. That's more of a shit show joke. Andre, I like seeing you in the watch ads. I appreciate that. Shout out Andre. Yeah, Andre is a model. He's a beautiful man, but not in a gay way. Okay, don't call me gay. All right. Don't call me gay. Not gay. I think it's. Alright, please do not call me gay. I think it's interesting how like hardcore Christians will say like, I believe Jesus died on the cross, because like I am Jewish. I was born Jewish, but I don't know if I believe in God. Like, to some degree, I definitely believe Jesus died on the cross. I just believe that's it. You know, he died on the cross, and the story, we made up some bullshit. You know, Tupac, maybe he's somewhere. Jesus not alive, all right? Jesus, did I have anything else to that? Should have ended with something stronger. I'll end on this. I'm 20. Nice. No, I'm gonna leave it. You guys don't want it. I'm just going to Deaf Noodles to do another set.
No, your Instagram.
Oh.
Don't
You asked me. Oh. Henry Laz, Instagram.
Yeah. We gotta get them going over here. All right, guys, I don't feel any energy. I wish Patty was here tonight. Did you see him at all? Did anybody see Patty? Is he here?
Yeah, I'm over here.
Patty, I can't see you. Patty! 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 Patty!
Yeah! You, sir, are a non-participator. We won't have. That was not enthusiastic. That was not enthusiastic.
I'm sorry.
One more time for Patty. I couldn't even get him that time. That's all right.
Fucking Patty.
I kind of like that better. Can I get a fucking Patty out of it? All right. Jerry Springer's dead. I'm taking that whole fucking bit. It's all mine. By the way, Henry Laz is gay.
Oh, come on, man.
Look, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like Henry Laz just low-key confessed to some raping. Yeah. I know you're a big Cosby fan, but you're taking me much too seriously. You did anything other than consent. You know, I come from the 70s, so, you know, consent wasn't even invented then. It was kind of loose. It was very loose. There was some Jewish conflict up on the stage, I felt that. I just want to say something as a Christian to all the Jews here tonight. Thank you. We couldn't have done it without you. I mean, the whole storyline loses its marketing without the death penalty. Listen, I love this guy here. Give Ian a round of applause. I have to tell you something. That was the most polite crowd work. It was so Canadian. The most Canadian crowd work I've ever heard. Really, you're very funny, but the thing is, there's the kindness, the whole politeness makes me feel you have a satanic altar in your basement. That there's something subversive bubbling beneath the structure of you. You're kind of like Will Forte with a secret. And I want to say, let's get a round of applause for Lana getting her pussy back. Come on! With it. You just look like a very hot lemon tree. I just want to climb up. I want to squeeze all the lemons. Because I think we can all agree hummus is the sexiest of condiments. Love to put hummus all over my fucking meat. Don't you? Come on with it! Welcome here to the LA School of Comedy. Come on. This is, I don't know if you guys know, it's free cocaine night here tonight. Yeah. We'll get a little more on that later. This is great. This is my home mic. Yeah. This fucking mic, okay? Yeah. I feel just like I'm at home, riddled with insecurity and judgment. This is a great, come on now, give it up. Yeah. Give it up for this mic, give it up for Soon to Kroonkiss. Damn it. I am Patty, or as Soon to Kroonkiss refers to me, the demon spawn of George W. Bush and the assistant manager at Trader Joe's. How you doing? Okay. I know what I look like, okay? I know what I look like. It's okay. It's all right. I'm aware that I suffer from a condition commonly called resting that motherfucker probably voted for Trump face. I'm aware of that. I'm aware I look vaguely like I play pickleball. Pickleball, for those of you unacquainted, pickleball is the preferred sporting activity for aging white men too poor to golf. That's what that is, in case you were wondering. And also, you can judge a book by its cover. I did not vote for Donald Trump. I voted for Papa Joe, Sleepy Joe. Having a little buyer's remorse. That makes Mark happy, by the way.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because he doesn't know whether he's on foot or horseback. But you know what? That's okay. Clap if you voted. Did you vote? All right. God bless you. Because I'm a patriot, I don't even know what that means anymore. Patriot used to be good. You're a patriot. Now it just sounds vaguely racist. Kind of like Taco Tuesday or the soup plantation. What the fuck does soup have to do with plantation life? What were they thinking when they said, we'll make it very affordable, delicious, and a little bit racist. A little bit, sprinkle a little bit racist about it. I'm Irish. I'm an immigrant. I came here from Ireland. Fatty Patty, little fat Patty. And I came from a civil war. I came from Belfast. I don't know if you're familiar with anyone else's history, but your own. You barely do. Where I come from, a civil war, and you guys. My uncle was actually killed by an Irish car bomb, which was ironic because that was his favorite drink. Because you guys, here's what you do, okay? You take my culture, we call it shamrock shakeism. We'll get it. And you use it to sell fucking products. You have a drink here called an Irish car bomb. That's not funny. That's not funny. Don't go into an Irish pub and order a fucking Irish car bomb. We don't fucking like it. Go to Glendale and order an Armenian genocide and juice. See what warmth you are greeted with. Go to Little Tokyo and order a Hiroshima margarita. Do not be gleefully welcomed. I'm just telling you, I'm an immigrant. I came to this country when I was a fat little fucking boy. Fatty, Patty, fat Patty. And it's confusing because you guys are obsessed with certain things. Like when I left Ireland, I was a fat Catholic. I got here. They said, you're not fat, Patty. You're just husky. You're just a husky boy. If in case I forgot, it said so right on my fucking pants. Husky. Husky Patty. I never heard anyone called by a color, a human being called a color till I came to these United States. To this, they called me Catholic, which was not a compliment, by the way. Called me Catholic. As a matter of fact, when I left Ireland, there was only one black Irishman in the entire country. His name was Phil Lynott. He played the bass and sang in a band called Thin Lizzy. Yeah. Remember Thin Lizzy? Yeah. You know what we called him? Catholic. I had to come all the way here to the land of the free, where all men are created equal, to find out this whiteness entitled me to a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, really. White privilege is true. I can see it because where I was born, it didn't exist. And look, I can see some white people tighten it up when I say white privilege. Okay, we'll change. It's got a branding issue. What if I just say complexion protection? Is that a little bit better, right? little complexion protection. You know, like what I notice is being white takes all the worry out of my Christmas shoplifting. Just does. I fucking walk in, I take anything I want out. Security fucking helps me. Right? And plus, I'm Irish. We're a little different. We're very different. You know, like we're attracted to the most negative parts of our stereotype. Like you remember toxic mascots? Toxic mascots like the Washington Redskins. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was a slur, rightfully so. You know, but have you ever seen the way that the Native American is depicted on the side of the helmet? Brave, gazing into the distance, proud. Have you seen the mascot for Notre Dame? It's a fucking drunken leprechaun in a homicidal rage. My father loves that fucking leprechaun. Fight the Irish, fucking right, Pat. That's right. Oh, well, look, again, you take our sacred idols and you put them in fucking marketing campaigns. Like, look, the people think that Irish people love all leprechauns, which is pretty true. It's pretty true. But there is one leprechaun we do not fucking like, and that is the Lucky Charms leprechaun. You know that fucking leprechaun? My father fucking hated that leprechaun. Remember that commercial for the? They're all after me, Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious. I could hear my father from the other side of the house. Fick! The fucking queer leprechauns on the television again. Queer, that's pretty progressive. Fucking queer leprechaun's on drugs. He's on drugs. Anybody my father didn't like was on drugs. Anybody didn't like. But he was really he was embarrassed by him. You see, the Lucky Charms leprechaun is kind of our Flavor Flav. Oh shit. Look, I'm gonna wind up this wild ride. And can I tell you guys from the heart, you really have been very mediocre. I don't mean as an audience. I mean just as people. But here's the deal. I'm a Holy Spirit guy. I don't know if we have any Holy Spirit fans out there. That's okay. All right. No. But here's what it is. I'm not a smart Holy Spirit guy. I only know to treat other people the way that I want to treat them. If you just do that, you're going to be good. But treat people like people. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I have a friend who we used to call him an activist. Now you call them SJWs. Right? He's a great guy. I've known him 40 years. Nothing wrong with wanting to change the world for the better. That's not bad. But we were right here. We were walking in the front, and there's a homeless man with a sign, and he has a sign that says, "Homeless, anything would help." My friend turns to him and says, "That's unhoused, you asshole." I felt very bad for the guy, you know, and I reached in my pocket and I gave him a couple bucks. And my friend goes, "He's just going to spend that on drugs and alcohol." I said, "That's what I was going to spend it on." All right, well, you guys, once again, mediocre. But I want to thank you, and I want you to put your hands together for the one and only Susan Request. I can be found at Patty for Comedy, PADDYFOR. Thank you, and good night. I booked a show on Wednesdays and one Saturday a month at a nightclub called The Mix. So come on by, you never know, you might wind up in a good spot. All right. And once again, give it up for my hall pass, Susan Request.
I love patting around white people. Oh, he just turns even whiter. It's amazing, Samantha. It's amazing. You're thinking we'd be like this in the middle of the lunch. All right, we're all situated and seated, okay? Yeah. I want to know if we're okay. Sit back for the comedy of the one and only Anya. Let them hear it.
Alright, that's fine. Hello people, how's it going? It's a good amount of people in here tonight, that's dope. Happy for all y'all getting here safely and whatnot. Okay, let's talk about something. I don't think I'm a good person. I just don't. I found myself doing something. I was at the bank, and I was doing one transaction, and I had to go to the teller, And so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to go see this man, swipe my card, and just because I know that he can see my account, he can see the number in it, I act like I have a whole nother account somewhere else, knowing that that's my only bank account. Like, I'm lying for no reason, like making up situations. He's like, oh yeah, wait, you gonna put it all in this account? Like, are you sure? He's wondering how I'm alive right now. Like, how is this man surviving with this number in his account? I'm like the 8th wonder of the world. I can see it in his face. He's like, and you only putting this in this account? This same account? Like, yeah, I know the other account. I just do this because this is for the bill account. This is where all the transactions, like Netflix, everything, just this account. Like, my other account has a lot more money, so. It's my only account. It's my only account. I just felt the need. Like, I don't know, I was just embarrassed to know that he could see that number. Like, I feel like he knows too much about me. Like, I feel like we need to have, like, a black screen. Like, he doesn't. I don't think he needs to see my face when he can see my. I feel so vulnerable. Like, I don't know. Like, damn, he can see that number, bruh. Both of them?
Oh.
He's like, why do you even have a second account? Like, you should put these together. Shut up! Don't give me advice. I didn't come here for that. Just put the $2 in. I gotta get gas. You need to have a certain amount to get gas if you swipe your card, guys, if you didn't know. I've been declined at the table before. I was like, damn, I can't even get gas? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know, but no, I'll be out for real. And when I go out with my friends, I have to like deal with like my financial situation. But I never say I'm broke. Like, I've learned in life, like, you never say you're broke because that's like manifesting brokenness on your life. Like, do not say that. Like, I prefer to say like I have TFD, which means I'm like temporarily financially disabled. Like, it sounds way more serious. You feel me? Like, and it's more believable. Like, your friends like, oh, we want to go out tonight, go get drinks and stuff. I'm like, oh, bro, like, I'm broke. Like, oh, bro, you broke, you can still make it. Come on out. But if you tell me like, no, I have TFD. Like, oh, what? Anya, you have TFD? Oh my God, I didn't even know. We was playing 2K. You was laughing. Like, we didn't know you was dealing with this. It's emotionally struggle. You know, sometimes, I don't know if y'all know the panic of, I don't know, you got some money in here. I don't think people really relate, but I don't know, maybe in your past life you can remember this. You ever had a line of people when your car get declined? Oh. And you got to do everything in your power to make it look like you got money? Like, it's like... Bro, I'm like, bro, I would pull my pay stub out right now, bro. The account is supposed to go through, bro. I do have, bro, it's 752. I have that. I know I have. If it was 752, okay, maybe I'm really bullshitting. But like, I got 752 in this account. Like, oh my God. Like, what's your Wi-Fi, bro? Let me log into the bank app. Like, nigga, he does not care. I be trying to prove it so bad. Lady in the back, do you need something, honey? Shut up. I got it. It's 752. I have 752. Ma'am. I'm still respectful when I'm angry. That's why I getting money is dope. My friends are like all at a level right now. They're all like, you know, we've all graduated and whatnot, so they're like moving into like their careers, you know, getting their salaries, you know. And that's really cool. And we have conversations like, oh, bro, like, I'm happy we're all moving up in life. Like, you know, it's real cool because I know like the money isn't gonna change us. Like, money's never gonna change us. I immediately left the conversation, my boy, because I know money is going to change me. I'm sorry. Because I can't even lie. Like, I've already seen it do it in small amounts. You feel me? Like, throughout the week, I'm eating mad regular. Noodles, cookies, shits, toast, bagels. Sufficing. I'm full. I'm doing good. Let the bank account, let the direct deposit hit my bank account. My whole fucking diet is gonna change. I swear, every time. I be ordering shit I never ordered before the restaurant. Like, bro, give me the filet nigga 9. They say, what the fuck? Filet nigga 9. But it's in the bottom of the page, the expensive one. Give me 2. I have money. I'm sorry, how do you want it done? Nigga, cook the food. I'm like, well done. What's the other option? You badly? No, do the food. I've never ordered this before. Stop embarrassing me, asking more questions. The card will go through. Shut up. I'm impressed. I don't know if people saw the jersey. I don't watch baseball, but this is a jersey that I got made.
That shit fire.
Right, fuck with you, right? It's cool. No hoes. I got a Dodger jersey, and I got a Custom jersey because I'm extra. But I was going to a Dodger game because my friends were all going. And out of all the baseball teams, like, I really love the Dodgers, bro. Like, that team, like, I may not know any of the players. I may not even know what the fuck them niggas be doing out there. But I do know that when they win, CPK gives you a fucking free pizza. Yeah. Bro, what? I don't have to watch the game. I just have the app and I can just get a pizza. bro, so fucking serious, bro. A free small pizza, bro. Everyone's like, it's only a small pizza. I'm like, nigga, I haven't eaten today. This is a free pizza. Like, I was gonna have noodles. Like, this is a pizza. Like, I'm coming here and picking up a pizza. Like, everybody's watching me pick up this pizza. Like, what? Just for everyone, I did nothing. I feel like I was part of the gang. I want to go high five these niggas. Like, I was not a part of it. Niggas got me pizza, bro. Like, I got homies that didn't give me shit today, but y'all niggas got me this pizza, man. Go team, go! I'm rooting for them niggas, man. So I love wearing this jersey, man. It's real dear to my heart. It's like I don't know. How many people was getting fed by an MLB team in here? I don't know. It's just me. All right, y'all gonna feel this if you download the app. You gonna be up here with your jersey on. It's like I'm wearing a jersey like it's like your mom name. It's like somebody just provided for you in an immaculate way. It's like all the time, bro. You know how many games they play in a baseball season? It's a lot. Damn. Nah, shout out to the Dodgers, bro. One love. What does that even mean? It just felt like the right thing to say. You know, it felt like the right thing to say. It just flowed, right? It was cool. Niggas like, damn, this is cool. Like, imagine I really might start saying that. You know, I might start saying that. I seen Sam had to double vape, bro. Generation X. Y'all niggas lit, man. That's the generation of electric smoking, bro. That shit's cool now. I don't know. I be smoking to get high. It's real different. Like, I'm a smoke for a reason. Like, but I just think it's cool to our generation. Like, it's really popped off in a crazy way. Like, I got a homie, like, I was with bros, and he's like, oh, bro, have you seen my vape? And I'm just sitting in the passenger seat like, no, bro, why would I have that, bro? Like, what are you talking about? Bro, have you seen my vape? Tweaking out. He takes the fucking seat out of his car to find the vape underneath the seat. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You are tweaking. Like, bro, it's the flavor. I just need to get the flavor. I said, mint got you acting like this? Mint? There's so many other ways to get it. Listerine, gum, mint. Like, you can literally get a mint. Like, it's mint flavor. They still sell Altoids. I just think there's better ways if the flavor is the issue. We can just get that handled. I don't know. It was real dramatic. Real dramatic. What do I want to close on? I don't know. I feel like I haven't done a lot of stuff in a while. No, I mean like old jokes that I used to do. I mean, like, I know I'm doing shit right now. Like, we all have been a part of it. I'm actively here. Like, I'm high, but I'm not that high, right? I know what I said. I might not know exactly what I said, but I know I said some shit today. Like, we was here, for real. It was a moment. It was a moment. I said one love. I got to record it. I'm going to go listen back to that. Sounds cool. One love. What's the, I guess we could do that one. But I really be getting over my jokes. It's crazy. Like, I be really.
Give us one. Come on.
I guess. I mean, what are we talking about for real? Okay. I like this one. So I think it's real cool now. Like, it's like the era of like everyone being their true self. Like everybody, like including like the food in the grocery store. Like now they be saying on there like organic,
I love this.
vegan, you know. And that's real cool. Like, that's dope. Like, but I didn't, like... I feel like some of them is really unnecessary. Like, I was, like, going to the grocery store and I seen, like, the orange juice and it said vegan on it. And I was like, what other meaty-ass orange juice is another option? Like, this is... Like, clearly we're vegan. Like, where would the animal be involved if it wasn't? Like, what is the process? I just felt it was unnecessary information. Like, we could have done other stuff with the label. Did like a cool little mascot or something. I don't know. I just feel like it's a waste of label space. If you're gonna waste the ink, you want to do something useful. Don't put vegan on an orange juice label. I don't know. It's just, you know. I know I got like 1 minute, and I'm gonna do my best to use it because you know me. I hate leaving time in the room. Oh, it's 30 seconds. Bro, it's crazy. I can do that. That's wild. I do that often. That's crazy. How do I do that? I just do it, bro. I don't know. It's weird. Like, when I feel like people are like driving too close to me, I'll like.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm Kanye West, ONYEWS.
Yeah. That's crazy. Kanye! 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 We love you.
Kanye!
I miss you guys.
Kanye!
Come on now, we get ready to take it a little higher because we have the comedy of David Schneider. Let's do this. Oh, Negro, you ain't making me wait now. My MOT, my man, MOT.
No.
Wow. Don't bend over like that in jail. All right.
Thank you.
First thing is I'm gonna apologize because I have to read a lot of this shit. It's all new and it's a little wordy, so excuse me. Don't you just hate Harry and Meghan? No. Hate him, hate him, hate him, hate him, hate him, hate him, hate him. I live in this nice neighborhood. Neighbors are always out walking their dog and everything. I have a dog. I'm embarrassed to walk my dog. Neighbors always give me that smug look, acting like they're better than me because I have the only dog in the whole neighborhood whose breed doesn't have a doodle. Right? You all got golden doodles, labradoodles, cockadoodles. Every breed has a doodle except my Jack Russell. Who are these people that formed the committee, came up with the rule that my dog's not worthy enough to fuck a poodle? For my next dog, I'm making him a home doodle dog. Gonna get the most beautiful, charming poodle, sweetest thing, and made it the biggest, meanest, Nazi-looking Doberman I could find. He's gonna be my own little Dobie Deutschland doodle. But he's gonna be adorable and easy to maintain. No shedding, because he's a doodle. And the best part, could rip the tire off a moving car. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to double up on my homeowner's policy and introduce him to the neighbors.
Okay.
I've had this beard for a long, long time, and I think it's time that I shave it. You know, change of pace, right? So I decided to go to the pharmacy, buy some cartridges 2 days ago. Holy shit. Fuck the cost of milk and eggs. These things are like $9 a piece. Do they really need 5 blades? I remember cartridges, I'm gonna date myself here, 1 blade. Then they came out with a cartridge, 2 blades. The first blade lifts the whisker and the second one cuts it. Then shaving companies kept on adding blades to compete with each other until now they have 5 blades. How did that last production meeting go with the executives? Johnson, the idea of 4 blades was brilliant, but now everybody's doing it. We need something new, something innovative. Come on, you went to MIT, 2 PhDs. Do something. Throw in another blade. How do you do it? But here's the thing. It's the first blade that takes the hit. It's not like the other blades rotate, right? It's the first blade that gets dull, bent out of shape, and rusted, while the other blades look showroom new. And because they're so expensive, you can't just use it once or twice and throw it away. And that's when the 6th time you realize what the other blades do is squeeze you the blood off your face. Because they're so expensive, like the pharmacy, they keep them in these locked up in acrylic cases like they're Rolexes. You got to get an employee to open it up. You ever mistake a customer for an employee because they're wearing a similar looking shirt? You ask them for help and they get all indignant like you just asked for a blowjob. There's a button on the case that I had to press. And then there's a recording comes out over the speakers that help is needed by the shaving cartridges. Now I'm going to give you a little tip. When you press that button, you better step back quickly or risk being crushed by a stampede of employees rushing to help. That recording couldn't get more of an I don't give a fuck response if it was a car alarm going off. It should have ended with 6 seconds of giggling. I did that. Okay, fine. Okay. So how's by you?
How's by you? No.
Oh, okay. So, then, I see that one of the employees walks by me, acts like he doesn't even work there. He's looking down and everything, and I go, hey, you got the red shirt. It says CVS. Open the case. He tells me he doesn't have the keys. He only has the keys to the Flonase case. Oh my God. I grab him, I says, you're not going nowhere. Hold on. Call my wife. Hon? Yeah, it's me. Listen, do we need Flonase? I'm at the pharmacy. I don't know what it does, but I'm at the pharmacy and I was able to capture the Flonase guy. And no, I don't have time for you to Google it. If I don't release him to the wild soon, this is going to turn into a felony. Finally, the guy comes with the keys and opens it up. And he doesn't even trust me to give it to me. He looks me up and down and says, it'll be by the cashier when I check out. How do I not get insulted by that? Seriously, I'm thinking you know what? He probably saw my light brown Dockers and teal polo shirt and mistaken them for gang colors or something. Then when I'm leaving, I see this display with a new product you spray down your throat that helps you with snoring. And I was interested until I saw on the box, like little letters, it said, disclaimer, not approved by the FDA. Food and Drug Administration. You ever see that? They do that with like diet pills and wrinkle creams. Disclaimer: not approved by the FDA. How does that happen? Seriously, how does that happen? I mean, how does that go, man? Actually, I told you so much shit. How do they do this? How does the disclaimer work? You tell the FDA you want approval to sell something. They tell you no, it's going to kill people, and you get to tell them, fuck you, I'm doing it anyway, with a disclaimer. Right? No other government agency works like that. The FAA is not going to allow me to fly a passenger jet just because my announcement is, I'm your pilot David, we'll be in Denver in 2 hours. Full disclaimer, never took a lesson. And if anybody knows what these buttons do. But for some reason, the FDA has no problem if I'm drinking Red Bull made with nuclear waste, if it's got a disclaimer. All right, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, not even here?
Not even here you can find me.
Stop it. You're going to miss me when I'm done. Hey, guys. There's a whole lot more show. Yeah. I'm going to bring up your comedy concierge.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to see your set, and I'm going to see you guys. You have everybody. Listen, I don't know. Can you recognize everybody? You know? You got this, right?
Yeah. She got it.
Do we not love her?
Yeah.
I want to hear it for Samantha, darling. Sam and friends. This is where it all begins.
Oh my god. Guys, so funny. Give it up for yourselves.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't been here since Friday, which doesn't sound like that long, right? It's like the weekend. If you think about like Monday to Wednesday, like that's one day. That's when I have like 3-4 days. It's like shit gets weird. I left my notebook and everything. Does it sound like I'm doing an impression of a comedian? Oh shit. No, this is actually my brain right now. So many there's like the medical direction. There's the where am I from? You know what I mean? Dating. Juice. I heard boo to Juice. Boo, get out, kill us. Give us another holiday, right? You know what I mean? I am Jewish. Thank you. I went to Jewish. How is this Aryan looking? Sexy ass retail. A Jew? No, I went to Jewish sleepaway camp for 9 summers, and I would come back every time. Thank God. And I would be at the mall because I'm from LA as well. Anybody from LA? Yeah. Oh my God. I feel like Miss Maisel. Like, you know what I mean? That's just because you guys are important to me. Yeah. My cousin, I showed them, them. You ever introduce somebody as somebody with they, them pronouns, and then you automatically feel the burden of that other person and go, oh, really? You know what I mean? Another one? You know what I mean? That's like my family. But they're trying. They're trying. Jewish. Should I go back to Jewish? The Jews are so... I mean, not everybody's the same, right? Talk about a whole group of people. Come on, I will. But it's like, it's very like Passover is the holiday where you celebrate like, oh, the Jews were no longer slaves to the Egyptians. Yeah. And that's like a whole week, like dietary change, like people you don't know, like are your family, like you see them. Everybody's really hungry. Yeah. They're talking a lot, and not a lot of it is in a language that you can understand. And there's steps And then the youngest one has to sing a song to everybody in Hebrew. And if you do it wrong, then your dad's disappointed. But your cousin needed the words, and you didn't. And she still brings that up to say, you know what I mean? It's all a show. It's a show. That's why we did performing arts. The Jews, I mean. It's like, who controls the media? The Jews and a group of genetically modified Armenian women in Calabasas that I keep up with. I keep up and I sit at my retail store and I wait for them to come. I saw Maddie Healy yesterday at the Beverly Center. We went into GNC. And if that doesn't prove that GNC is a front for something else, I don't know. Why? Like, how are they open? They're really open at the Beverly Center. Everybody, I'm not, I'm not trying to say it's not a creative joke, but a lot of comedians have been like, oh, I'm not going to say where I work. I don't know why I say it, though. You know what I mean? Because then people show up, and it's, like, awkward, you know? So back to dating. I'm from LA, so I know about the traffic, the fake people, and the rent. You know what I mean? So I was like, why are we still talking about it? But that doesn't mean dating apps aren't hard. It's just hard because it's like, as a comedian, I'm going into it with like a master's. You know, like, I'm like, I can do this. You know, like they think they're coming in so hard, and it's like, but you don't know what I'm working with until they ask me, what's a joke of yours? And then I have nothing.
Yeah, of course.
And I go, do you have $5 and a way to get to Westwood? Oh, my cousin took my dating profile from me. I was like, I'll fix it, right? And then in the bio, they put, ask me about my comedy mentor. Isn't that crazy? Should we go on a double date?
It wouldn't be the first
You and Mark.
It wouldn't be the first time.
No, you and Mark. Wow. And my parents. And me and a stranger. And we get a producer. We have a studio space right here.
But we have
we'll call it
nobody to
Fiddler
get
on the Roof.
the restraining straps for.
Restraining.
For your father and my husband.
Let's give it up for Jewish dads.
Yes, Jewish dads.
Mark is somebody whose approval I very much need. And when I get it, I think about it. And then when I get a little bit less, I think about that more. He talks about Hunter just like Hunter, like, you know what I mean? Like he would answer, you know what I mean? Oh, hey, sorry. You know, like I feel like it's like, I feel like Hunter, but like if one person could get him off the coke, it would be Mark. Like an enemies to like love, like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like he's the only one who can stop what he thinks he's doing. Oh God, I shouldn't be saying things. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I know things are right and I know things are wrong, and then you go to therapy and they're like, "There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Oh, I know there's such a thing is that we have a 50-minute session and it's minute 40 and you were late and you're telling me I have to go." Just because things got awkward. That's not nice. When you go to a therapist, but she just got married, so you won't get to see the wedding pictures of her to your old therapist.
Whoa.
But your old therapist said that you reminded her of your new therapist. So I'm like, dude, everybody wants me even when I'm fucked up. You know what I mean? That's crazy. 2 femme goddesses in Westwood.
Did you do comedy?
No. But they asked to come to my show. My therapist asked to come to my show, and I said, you can't. I can't. No, she shouldn't, legally, right?
No.
Legally, no.
But I'm not a lawyer.
Oh, I had a dentist break hip that was trying to set me up with a Jewish boy. And the dentist staying at my parents' wedding.
No.
Yeah.
Cancer?
Yeah. Yeah. I had 2 Ubers today. I don't mean to brag. But both of them were comedians.
Oh, God.
Wish I was lying.
Oh, shit.
One of them asked me if I was first, unprompted, because I was talking about the fact that the pit bull lab that I live with had a big diarrhea on the rug. And he laughed. He's a comedian. And then the other guy, I said it, and he was like, that's why I moved to America. He's British. So then I asked him to be in my show. You got a real accent? A real accent. It's like, let's just bring that shit in there. Because my Australian guy's not coming back till September, I'm not lying.
Okay.
I've been waiting. And nobody's timing me.
I am.
How much time could I possibly have?
One.
You got some time.
Okay. So let's keep the show going. Give it up for us.
show.
Oh, I have a show.
Oh, come on.
No, I have a show. I have a show on August 11th.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Still casting. We have the dancers. We don't have the dancers. We're still looking for dancers. We're thinking about a fog machine. We is me. I'm Sam. I have a show on August 11th at the Sunset Rooftop. Let's give it up. Do you have a list? I'll do it. Okay. Huh? Okay, sure. Spoiler. Let's give it up for this fantastic next comic. He's a regular. He's fantastic. He's special. He's got a special. I'll tell you about it. Mike Moody!
Bye.
I'm going.
You leaving? Yeah, come on, son. What's going on? You don't want to hear these jokes? I'm just playing.
You gotta write some jokes, man. I got jokes.
I got you. No, I already know. Yeah.
No, you do.
How you guys doing? You guys good?
Yep.
Woo! Trekking on. Treat Monday like a Friday right now. It feels good. There's a lot of shit happening. See you later Sunday. I like the shoes. I love the orange juice bit, by the way. I really do. My name is Mike Moody. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I grew up with my grandparents. Growing up with your grandparents is weird. Growing up with your grandparents, the only time you get beat and then you ask them if they okay. You know what I mean? Like, you're alright, I hear you wheezing. It's a very interesting shift of power in the household. You know, have you ever been grounded from TV but they can't work the remote? Like, it's a very interesting space to be in. At least I get 30 minutes of, it's not going off MTV. You know what I mean? I can play dumb. We need new batteries. My facial makeup looks like I'm good at computers. So, which is not a lie. Not really. I mean, I can do graphics. Somebody give me a job. All right, so what's going on? Patty was talking about religion earlier. Religion is important to those who deem it important. I grew up in it, so it's not like you know, I grew up in it. Like grandparents, you know, they love God more than they love themselves. But you can't take the church out of a person, you know what I mean? Like, even if you do, like, regular shit, you don't get rid of it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm starting to notice, especially, like, with black people, like, have you ever been to somebody's house and, like, pre-game the gospel music? Like, it's a very weird... You guys have seen this before, right? This is not even, like, niggas rolling up blunts with Kirk Franklin. Like, it's a very real thing. Hosanna, this shit is fire, nigga. I love the rebirth. I love the rebirth of Kirk Franklin. This shit is fire, nigga. You be like, hell yeah. Chicks getting ready to go to the club. Who is this dude with this low, sultry voice? That's TD Jakes. Oh, I didn't know. She's wet now. Gotta figure that joke out. It's funny, but it's for people who know about that shit. You know what I mean? It's very interesting. I get nuance with the jokes. I see the people that are dark. The darkest people laugh the hardest at these jokes. It's not. It's just the scale. Black people are complex. That's why I said the computer joke. That's what we look like. We look at a computer. I do. But I mean, I feel like there's so much like nuance to black people that people don't talk about. You know what I mean? Because like, we're not a monolith. Like, we're complicated. We're complex. You know what I mean? We're not just one group of people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody has their own thing. And I hate when we get grouped up. You know what I mean? Like, people will say like black people are homophobic, and that's not true. Like, black people have terms and conditions. But they're not homophobic. You know what I mean? You got terms and conditions. You know what I mean? Like, the only time a black parent allowed their kid to be entertained by a drag queen is when it's a Tyler Perry movie. Like, that's the only time. We let that shit fly. But we're not homophobic. I don't know. There's a lot going on. Everybody's everybody's like a self-activist, like we've said before, and I think that's interesting. You know what I mean? Everybody. I don't know. I think that's weird though, because like, you know what I mean? Everybody chalks it up to an ism or a phobia when they have a shitty day. You notice that? Everybody does that every fucking time. They only me because I'm black. They only me because I'm a woman. They only me because I'm trans. They only because I'm gay. What happened to like not liking people for the content of their character? I feel like it was Martin Luther King died for. That was the whole spiel. Don't group me up. Don't rally me up to be a fucking activist in your bullshit story, and you're just a piece of shit. Like, just be a piece of shit person on your own. You know what I mean? Don't go and get help. You know what I mean? Just be a better person. You know what I mean? Someone be on Twitter and they be like, "My job is racist." I'm like, nigga, you fall asleep at your job. That's a you problem. I didn't do any of this shit. I didn't do shit. I didn't do none of this. This is not my shit. There's a lot of talk about relationships. We are a sad group of people, aren't we? Lonely comedians, laughing at ourselves in a room when we get home, right? I'm just going off the bits. I don't know. I'm assuming. That happens to me. I'm not acting like I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? I got my own trauma. Like I said before, I grew up with my grandparents. My parents passed away in a car accident on the way to vacation. So I don't get excited for anything. Anything. I don't get excited for shit. You know what I mean? Not even like a good date. You know what I mean? Like I have a good date and the chick's like, when we get home, this pussy's yours. Like, bitch, we gotta get home first. Don't make promises you can't keep. Was it too dark for somebody? I don't know. No. Jesus Christ, everyone's like, oh man. I'm fine. I'll just roll a blunt, listen to Kirk Franklin. I'll get over it. No, it's cool. I don't know, it's a different standard, man. Like, you know what I mean? Relationships itself is different standards, man. Everybody thinks that they're important, and that's the problem. It's quiet. Okay, no, because I be watching, like, black podcasts. They talk about, like, black relationships. And, like, I don't know if you guys know about how black podcasts go. Like, they're very divisive. Like, I watched one with, you gotta watch this joint. I'm gonna send it to you. This joint with fucking Charleston White. He was yelling. And he was on this chick's podcast, and she was talking about, like, men have no capability to love. And I was like, bitch, what are you talking about? Like, that's weird. Like, niggas don't have a capability to love. That's weird. That's a weird thing to say. It's very divisive. But the only thing I think is, like, women want, like, black women specifically want, like, this dream guy that doesn't fucking exist in the black community. They're like, I need him to be an astrophysicist, and he also is, like, an astronaut. And you're like, what Tom Cruise character? And you trying to fuck like he's not even a real person. I don't know, but black dudes talk shit too. I mean, I think that's the thing that happens a lot too. We talk shit. We get really patriarchal in our fucking podcast when it's just us and nobody's checking us. I don't know what would be worse, a black dude's podcast or a slave owner having a podcast. I don't know. I feel like podcasts destroy the black community harder than the crack epidemic. Like, shit be falling apart. No, I feel like that. I don't know what it would sound like. I put clothes on her back. I put food on the table. I should be able to fuck whenever I want. That is still the Black Dudes podcast. That's not even the slave owner one. I imagine that's way worse. Oh my God. Tell me I'm lying. I am not. Oh shit. I found it like I don't know. Things I find attractive are like completely different now. Like I'm starting to like, you know, think women with like that are emotionally stable are the ones that I should be talking to. But I was watching. I was on the way to a show. I had a show at the Laugh Factory last Sunday. Nice. And I was on the bus and I saw this fine Latina chick came in, and she had basically she had like a McDonald's uniform, and I was like, hell yeah, that's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? And then a homeless dude came up to her, And then like she treated him like a human being, you know what I mean? She handed him like her food, you know what I mean? Like, and she gave it to him. I just thought that was attractive, you know what I mean? Like, it's LA, you know what I mean? She could have done anything else, you know what I mean? She could have made him cup his hands together and poured that spaghetti into his raw palms and been like, yo, this is my mom's Tupperware. I gotta keep this shit. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put it past the chick these days. I wouldn't put it past anybody. Hey, and then so I just thought it was, I don't know, that shit was attractive. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'd be fucking around with too many people who are in entertainment. I don't know. That's probably it. I'm so tired of dating up and coming whatever the fucks. Like, it's, that sounds disrespectful to anybody doing this, but I don't mean it like that. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like relationships should be like evenly yoked, but I feel like you shouldn't be able to monetize your trauma about how much you hate me and make money off of it too.
And make money off of it too.
I feel like that only should be one of us. Like, I feel it's weird that both of us can go out and talk shit about each other and make money at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How happy are we actually? Is that too much? Is that y'all? I don't know. I don't know, man. But no, yeah, that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm just working on me. You know what I mean? It's complicated. Nobody talks about men's mental health. I think men's mental health is important. It's very important.
Very important.
We don't get to talk about it at all. You know what I mean? And that's stuff that men go through. Men have to continue to work regardless to how shit is going to them. They have to continue to do what the fuck they got to do. Like, nobody gives a fuck. We have to keep going. You know what I mean? Like, as a man, like, I don't know if you can understand. Like, you ever had a chick ride your dick and you're staring into space trying to figure out what the meaning of life is? You're not even looking at her, you're looking around her. Like, you're like, you gotta be more than life in this. She's like, what's wrong? I lost my job. I can't even afford this pussy. I can't not fuck her because then she thinks I'm cheating. You know what I mean? So, it's a lot of work for us. We gotta do a lot of work. Thank you guys so much. I'm working on a 30-minute special that I finished, like editing it now, so it's gonna be coming out soon. So thank you guys. Thank you so much.
People talking to each other, people laughing. If you're sitting in the back, come to the front. What? The show's almost over. Literally, wait. The show's almost over. I am so thoroughly excited to bring up this next up-and-coming star in the comedy world. Give it up for the one and only Josh Kaplan, everybody! Honoring Josh Kaplan!
That's a fucked up intro. Thank you.
Sorry.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Woo! Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, cookies? Yes. I'm so hungry. These are from Southampton, New York. That's where I'm from. Shout out, rich people. I mean you. Anyway, let's get going. My friend with diabetes' birthday's coming up. I've been thinking a lot about what I want to get him, you know? Like maybe like some sugary snacks or something. Or like some new needles. I don't know. But I think I've settled jump rope. I'm getting him a jump rope. Might be too soon though, you know? Sorry. It might be too soon, like... I mean, he just lost his foot, guys. He'll walk off. What's up? Thank you, these are so good. It's bad when you know you're at a place for a while when you can crack your fingers again, you know? I was like going like 5th time back there cracking my fingers. Anyway. I just did something 3 times in a day that I haven't done in a while. asked someone how they were doing. What are you thinking of me? I jacked off a couple of times. I feel very taken aback by this cookie. I'm in control now.
Yeah.
Why is everyone forgetting your name, bro? It's Roberta. Right?
Right?
Stop asking. By the way, Ian, very funny. You look like a stand-up comedian. Take that as you will.
Thanks, man.
You know, it's a compliment. But is it? Does anyone know what instruments Imagine Dragons is playing? We gotta figure this out, Lana. You're having another cookie? Oh my god. I just don't know. Like, what the fuck are they playing? Has anyone seen them live? Like, they're just like playing video game music. I don't know what the fuck they're playing. No one is just like listening, like, breathing in the chemicals. No one's ever like, oh, love the guitar. Such good guitar on that song. A nice acoustic. The trumpet solo is killer. The type of music you listen to says a lot about who you are, you know? Like, what do you listen? Who's your favorite singer?
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury. Damn, is that what you look like him? I like it. Hey, it's a compliment. You got big teeth. But you know, also the type of people you listen to says a lot about the type of music you are. It's the meaning of life right there. Makes no sense. I don't know what's going on. I'm loopy from that thing. It can't be laced, it's packaged. It can't be. What is it, from Thailand or something? I was very confident about eating that. I'm confident about a lot of things, you know? I don't like feel confident. I just feel confident that things are gonna be fine, you know? Like I just ate that, like whatever. You know? I just have like this inner white circadian rhythm that like at the end of the day doesn't really matter what happens. I'm protected. Like the confidence I have is like I'll stand as close as I can to the street, but like as far as I can from the urinal, you know? Just like making waves. You do that? No? You stand far away from the urinal, right? Sure. You're like, don't stop me now. Wasn't funny. I like seeing people around me wearing AirPods. Like, I like to have friends that wear a lot of AirPods, you know? Because I can fart again. It's pretty simple. You can fart because they can't hear it, you know? Simple logic. I'm confident about that. I'm not confident that I could like lead a I'm against like these anti-farters that are my generation. But like I don't think I could lead a movement, you know? Against I guess I'd be the pro-farter movement. But I don't know what our battle cry would be like, you know? Like, as my heart pounds, I will fart my fart. And if I fart a mound, that's called a shart. That's great. If I shart on a treadmill, I'll have the runs. That's ironic. Something happened to me, and it's not something I would have thought about, but I've realized that whenever someone has to call the plumber, like when you gotta call the plumber and you're waiting, like you gotta shit. Like that guy has to shit all the time. You don't think the worst thing to be broken in your house is your toilet? It's not your ceiling fan or your Wi-Fi. It's not your freezer, it's your toilet. Oh my God. You gotta shit all the time. Let me rephrase, I have to shit all the time.
Oh my God.
Gotta save it up till I go to work. My boss walked in and said, "Josh, is everything okay? You've been in there a while." I was like, "Get out of the fucking bathroom. I'm not talking to you." You know how public restrooms have like that second urinal in the corner that's way bigger? Sorry, second stall. That's way bigger. Yeah, I used to think like that was for like wheelchairs and like different abilities people. But it's just for people with broken toilets. I just need like more time. I gotta get up and walk around a little bit. Just gotta feel my toes starting to get numb. Sit back down, try again. No good, gotta get up again. Okay, listen to a podcast. Call my mom. Okay. Yep. Light of my life. Huh. I'm always intrigued when people's eyebrows are more than they need to be. Yeah. Like, are people waking up in the morning and planning out their eyebrows? Okay, it's gonna start flat, and then I'm gonna get a little curve, and then I'm gonna add some color, and by the end of the day, it's gonna look like a flamingo. Don't know what that voice is. I told my dad, I said, "One day, Dad, I'm gonna take over your company, run the family business, be like you, Dad." That was a big moment for me, guys. Life-changing decision. Yeah. But, you know dads. He never really, like, responded. I don't know. Eulogies. It's like he was still alive, ignoring me. All right, thanks, guys. I'm Josh.
Where can they see you? Or what date? Where are they going to see you perform next time?
Here on Wednesday.
Okay.
Or am I? Is it official?
Yes.
I'm in Sam's show on.
It's Sunset Rooftop on August 11th.
Sunset Rooftop on August 11th. Sam with friends.
Flyers to come soon.
Yes.
Flyers to come soon.
No, ask them if they know where it is. Ask them, Samantha.
Give it up for
Samantha.
Who's hosting?
Samantha's hosting. I'm looking for my
Give it up
goddamn
for Sam.
Give it up.
Give it up for Josh Cap. I'm at joshcap.com with a K. One time you have no Instagram. I'm like, give it up for Josh. You see a cell phone.
If you see a cell phone,
That isn't yours.
Please don't take it.
Please don't take it.
I'm gonna call
Tell
it right
us.
now.
Okay, wait. She's gonna call it. She's gonna call it. She's gonna
We're getting a call. We're at the
all
point where we're getting a call. Shh.
Watch it not being.
Shh.
Do you see it?
Nobody
You hear a
farted.
vibration?
Anyone feel it?
You do hear it?
No.
You hear a vibration? He does. Where was I sitting? It's a ring.
It's just his
Wait,
phone.
shh.
It's my ring.
It's in the car?
No, it's not in the car, and he's gonna kill me, so I'm gonna go home, and if I ring the siren, just answer it, Sam, and shut it off. 8997.
Okay.
Well, don't see it.
Okay.
Sorry. Good night, Senior Chronicles. I'm so excited to see this next comedian.
Yes.
I've been waiting. You've all been waiting. Hunter White! Come on. Hunter,
It's
everybody.
me! How are we doing, people? Been up since 6 a.m. and I'm sweaty. Also, Anya, thanks for the CPK tip. I'm broke as shit and a free pizza when the Dodgers win. I'm gonna get into sports. I turned 30 recently. Yeah, thank you. I think. We got any other like early 30s? People just turned 30. Yeah, how'd you handle it?
I just didn't tell anyone.
You just didn't tell anyone?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that's the move I should do, because I went into it thinking like, oh, I'll be fine. But like, I feel like rather than like at the end of 13 going on 30, rather than Jennifer Garner like meeting the love of her life, she was just found wandering the desert for 3 years. Right? Like, I don't know if I'm headed towards a homeless encampment or to a monastery. Trying to figure it out. I guess we'll figure it out together. A lot of people complain about their 20s though, and I don't want to complain about my 20s. I think they were a success overall in my 20s. Like, I never sold t-shirts or started a podcast, and that is success.
right? And like, I don't know, I think selling t-shirts and starting a podcast, I think they're like the same vibe, right? They're either like your next best idea or your last idea. Right? Either this podcast has to work out or I'm going to start a GoFundMe for my cats and it'll be fine. I started seeing a new therapist recently. I thought that was a good idea. Thank you. Isn't that like a really weird first date? Like when you first meet with a new therapist? Right? If you're anything like me, you're just trying to figure out the vibe, right? Like, what is this gonna be? Is it like a, hey, Eileen, I have crippling social anxiety, or hey, Eileen, I've spoken to aliens? Like, what is this gonna be? You guys have no energy. I don't either. It's fine. Here's the thing. I ride the bus, and if I don't leave by 8:15, I don't get home till tomorrow. So we're in this together, guys. We're doing this together. I started a new job last week. Be like, I gotta get up at 6. I'm gonna be smart and do comedy smart. And then I come here, it's 9:30. Was not planned. I love all of you. Thank you so much. I'm with this therapist. I'm like thinking through things about myself, and I realized I'm incredibly stubborn for like no real reason. Anyone else? Got some stubborn people. We're comedians, right? I realized the other day that I have never done laundry the correct way my entire life. Hot, cold, don't pay attention. I don't separate lights from dark. I'm not some like weird laundry abolitionist. I'm just not gonna let a laundry tag tell me how to run my life. Right? Like, I got mental issues and my girlfriend thinks I'm autistic. You really think I'm gonna let big laundry tell me what to do? Right? That's not my vibe. Look at the jokes, therapist, this is going fine. I'm in a relationship, but I'm broke. Again, the pizza thing. Anyone like in a relationship where like their partner makes way more money than them? Yeah, that's a weird situation. Right? And I feel like weird about it and like bad, but like I don't want to feel bad. So I don't like call her a sugar mama, by the way, because my mama never bought me takeout, but this lady is like Willy Wonka, takeout all the time. It's crazy. And I don't want to take only. I don't want to be that asshole just taking and taking and taking. So I cook, I clean, I do the laundry, I take the garbage out. I'm like Andrew Tate's dream girl up in this bitch. I bring her 2 coffees and stay in the kitchen because that is my place. This is swell. I don't know. I think like it's healthy to like look like at your life and like where things have changed. And I think like the biggest thing that changed like over my lifetime was the internet, right? Becoming like a big thing. And anyone else not a fan like of the internet?
Yeah.
Like I think it's just like a weird situation because like all the good that the internet has done, it's done some cool stuff. For all the good it's done, it has done way more damage to the culture and to society and to my brain than like drugs ever did. Right? Like the worst thing with drugs is like gave us cool music and broke my brain when I watched The Matrix. But it came together. But like, as I said, I'm 30, and thanks to the World Wide Web, I am equally nervous about TikTok and fluoride in the water. Right? Like, are they government programs? Do the Amish have mind control technology? Is it making the frogs gay? I don't know. Okay, a couple people got it, some didn't. I'll rephrase. I am 2 weird pieces of information away from thinking Taylor Swift is a reptilian known as JFK Jr. That's not because of drugs, y'all. That's because I logged into Twitter last week. So I guess we'll figure it out. You guys have a very strange energy. Patty, you are right. Mediocre. I don't know. My year's just been really weird overall. Like, I realized I don't fit into society. It's not like a sad boy thing. It's just I don't really fit. And I learned this because I used to work at Vaughn's because my life was going great. And there was a dude named Martin. We love Martin. Asks you a bunch of questions about yourself. Really cares. But then Martin asked me what I do for fun. promised I wasn't going to tell them about this fucking kooky house, right? So I didn't know what to say. Because I feel for fun, people are into like movies or sports or even politics. I'm just out here falling down rabbit holes about secret societies and magic. Yeah, that's not a 10 a.m. conversation. And I said magic. That's right. I don't mean a rabbit in a hat, Harry Potter magic. I mean scare your grandma, maybe I'm going to hell, magic. All right, weird year, once again. It's fine. Energy. Matching me. It's great. Sweaty. It's great. I button up all the way because work. Don't know what I'm doing. Let's go back to the material. I'm into crystals now, I guess. I'm like a TikTok crystal mommy, and I didn't expect that. I don't know what happened to me. I got this fucking crystal on me. Fuck it. Maybe I believe in crystals the same way I believe in socialism. I don't know. Maybe it's to piss my dad off. Thank you. I'll leave you on this. Actually, do you deserve it? I would love a ride home. My name is Hunter White. Have a good night. Keep it going for Sam and go to her show on the 11th. She's the best.
I can't. Give it up for Hunter. Guys, just like, oh, I love this place. No, give it up for Hunter one more time. Thank you for your appreciation, everybody. We have one last straggler for all of us, little comedy misfit mayhem followers. Rah rah, la, la, subscribe. Let's give it up for our last comic.
No.
Okay, for our last comic of the non-Lincoln, everybody.
Yep.
2 minutes, Lincoln.
Man, how the fuck did more people leave and it got hotter in here? Right? What the fuck kind of logic is that? I don't understand. I love this kind of Japanese shutter thing. Thank you, Sunda-san. This is nice. Anyway, we're coming back from Oppenheimer, Barbie weekend. Who saw it? Who saw either of them? Yeah? Is everyone clapping who saw it? Yeah. No, you didn't see it? Oh my god. I saw Oppenheimer. It was with a date, this girl I met on Tinder. What? It was going really well. It was going really well. But at the end of the movie, she said she wanted to get sushi. Too soon, right? Like, come on, lady. We just saw these people getting like, how you gonna look at the Japanese chef in the face as we eating sushi right now, right? Like, at least a week or so for me to get sushi. I couldn't believe, I can't be with someone like that. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit. I got a couple Oppenheimer jokes. Oppenheimer did very well, apparently, very well. Yeah, but not everywhere. Bombed in Japan. Yeah, all right. I don't give a shit. I got 2 more, so fucking be ready, okay? Okay, man, Christopher Nolan, he's really fucking gone down in my opinion, Like in Batman Dark Knight Rises, he's directing, Batman takes the nuclear bomb away from Gotham to save the city, and now he's... Oh, man, that's a bad one. But I still have one more. I'm gonna fucking get it out. Okay, how fucked up is how excited people are for this Oppenheimer movie. I mean, this thing killed thousands and thousands of people, right? And people are just so excited. It's like, would we do the same, like, biopic about the guy who made Ancient Orange or Zyklon B? It's just kind of fucked up. All right, well, I got them out at least.
Those are good ideas.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Hey, thanks, buddy.
I would watch those movies.
Thank you. I don't know about that, bro. Nah, fuck no, man. That's a no for me. Anyways, more in the news. Tony Bennett died. What? Right, I know, right? Yep.
The other day.
He died. Great singer. Died at 96 years old. And every time I see a death announcement like this, I'm like, what is the age cutoff where we no longer have to care that they died? Right? You know what I'm saying? What is the fucking age? Because I'm looking at the death announcement, I'm seeing comments like, gone too soon. I'm like, what the fuck? What does a motherfucker got to do to get a congratulations on a death announcement? 110? 120? What is the fucking number, right? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's not just celebrities. Like, I have friends, they'll be like, my grandma died, and my grandpa died. And I'm like, what? That sucks for you. But I want to be like, man, good for your grandma, Like, damn, she really fucking made it. Like, how you going to be, I don't understand. It's always got to be a fucking somber thing. But it's tough to think about this shit, a lot of people when they're getting, near the end of their lives, they start finding religion. You know about these people who convert, on their deathbeds? Never understood it. Never understood people converting to like Christianity on their deathbeds.
It's like, God's not stupid. Right? Like, you don't think he's gonna notice you turn your assignment in 2 minutes before the deadline? Like, I see that shit, I'm just like, what? Like, come on, what is it? It's having like a Chipotle, you get in before 8:59, the doors close. Like, oh, you fucking made it, buddy, you know? Welcome to the kingdom of heaven. You know, it's just fucking insane to me. Like, if anything, it's actually worse than not doing anything. Because look at the employees at a Chipotle when you walk in 8:59. They don't fucking like you, man. I'm telling you, this is not a smart thing. You might get your ass in super hell if you keep doing this shit. Nah, but speaking of that, I do actually think about the afterlife a lot, you know, despite my young age. I gotta say, you know, I got some friends. They're good people, okay? Good people. But, you know, the shit they do, I'm like, if these motherfuckers make heaven, there better be a super heaven for my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some friends, I don't want them to burn in hell for eternity, but I'm like, if we in the same place, something is really fucking wrong here with this system. You know, like, I got friends, you know, I'm vegan, I got friends who don't recycle. We can't be on the same goddamn level, you know what I'm saying? This is fucking ridiculous. You know, I'm hoping there's like a stratify or something in heaven, you know, like, you know, they can't visit me, but I can visit them, you know? Like, that's what I'm thinking is a more, like, kind of equitable solution for me, because it pisses me off. Fuck it, I'm doing this joke. Anyone know about this Jonah Hill situation?
Yes.
Yeah. We know about this Jonah Hill situation. Okay. Raise your hand if you don't know about the Jonah Hill situation.
Damn.
Damn.
Good job.
These are not chronically online people like us. Chronically online. Basically, Jonah Hill was dating this woman, and she's come out with these DMs, you know, basically accusing him of being emotionally abusive. You know, basically she was this kind of surfer girl, and Jonah kind of texted her in the DMs, hey, I want you to stop wearing these bikini pics and surfing, even though, like, that's how we found her in the first place, but it's paradoxical there, Jonah, but what are you gonna do? But, you know, it reminds me of this term I see a lot, emotional abuse. Man, physical abuse, you know, verbal abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, you know, like, where the fuck did this term come from? You know, it sounds like to me like some shit you get abused, like, you can't think of a word for it. Like, how are you abused? Emotionally? You know, like, for me, I really don't understand. Like, what is the most, like, every time I watch a Pixar movie, I think I'm getting emotionally abused. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I want to cancel Pixar. It's just kind of, like, ridiculous to me. I'm sorry. It's like, imagine going to a battered woman shelter. You got women who getting, you know, forced to have sex, yelled at by their husbands, beat by their husbands, and you get to the prayer circle, you say, how are you abused? Emotionally? Like, come on. Like, this is kind of insane to me. I don't know. Is it just me? Like, it's just ridiculous. No, thanks, buddy. This guy's like, man, this guy's brave. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. He's got that, man, this motherfucker. But I don't know. I'm hoping it's like, man, he's saying what I don't want to say, but I don't know. Nah, but it's just insane to me. And another thing that she did, and I notice this a lot with the women who say they were emotionally abused, is they use this term, he was a master manipulator. You heard this term, master manipulator, manipulated the whole situation. When these women say this, I'm like, they're really giving this guy a lot of credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit sounds like a compliment to me. Master manipulator. What the fuck is this shit, master manipulator? It's just insane to me, you know? And it's like, not just that, it also kind of reveals a little stupidity of yourself. Because if he's a master manipulator, are you a fucking puppet then? Right? Like, I'm like, bitch, manipulate him back. You know? It's just, I don't understand how you could, it feels like a self-own to me when you call someone a master manipulator that they just, you know, not just that, she's getting manipulated by the fat guy from Superbad, which I think by itself is a self-own. You know? I see this shit, it's just insane to me. Yeah. And not just that. When did women become worse manipulators than men? Right? Like, come on, you know, I should have said that at the other end, but whatever. We're working through shit. Okay, fuck, do we have any baseball fans here?
Yeah.
Okay, some. Okay, you guys, this is amazing. We got the first ever bisexual baseball player right now. Isn't that amazing? Clap it up. Pretty amazing. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, you guys, he's a Japanese player. He plays for the Angels.
Bisexual.
Yeah, you know
Shohei Ohtani.
You know what I'm saying? Gave out the punchline there, but no, it wasn't gonna be that funny anyways. Moving on. You know, I admit it, when I can feel when it's set up, I'm like, nah, it's not gonna work. Okay. Last one we're gonna do here. I don't know, you guys ever have, is that ending or was it 2 minutes? 2 minutes? Okay. I don't know, you guys ever be like a passenger and a motherfucker's just driving like crazy, like just swerving and shit, like, what the fuck is going on? Shit happened to me last week. It's nuts. What was really crazy is, it was a bus driver and I was on a public bus. It's fucking nuts. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it, you know? Like, I've never been in a car like that, and not scared for myself, but for the other people around me, you know, because this is a bus, you know, like, it's got a lot of movement. And I'm sorry, but bus driver, do you really need to be going that fast? Like, no one really needs to be there on time on a bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no surgeons who got to get the surgery riding the public bus in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? I was just, come on, bro, slow down. There's no reason to be doing that. And then finally, I'm just gonna pop in 2 premises that I don't actually have jokes for. Just one is like, I like this line. You know, he's the type of guy who, like, if slavery was legal, he'd own slaves, but he'd treat them really well. It's just a line. I don't know. And then the other thing is, like, I gotta figure out how to do it, but there's something funny about the way, like, kids run with their backpacks. You know what I'm saying? Where they're like, I don't know how to do the run. I'm gonna fucking figure it out. But anyways, thank you. That's my time. And my name's Lincoln.
For Lincoln. Give it up for those of us who believe and support the emotionally abused. Because they are our audience. They're the ones who laugh at this fucked up shit. Sometimes I feel like I'm being emotionally abusive. Just doing this to you guys. But I am my father's daughter. And aren't we all? So what a great Manic Monday it has been. I will start my meds again tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've been Sam. We're at LA School of Comedy here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sign up 6:30. Starts at 7. We have podcast rental, kids comedy classes, adult comedy classes. Just give us your money. We'll give you some fucking feedback. That's what it is. I'm Sam. Good night. We're live.